not? Ah, I should probably do that. That would be smart of me. There we go. Live on main.
I really like what he's done here. We've seen this before. So in slot 5, he's using.
Should probably also run my stream apps. That would be also smart of me. Derp. I always forget something. Always forget something as we get started.
You're not going to sneak up on anyone. And what you get for it is better reload.
All right. Bam.
Which doesn't matter in a competitive environment like this. But the big thing is the reload buff, because in slot 6, that allows you to take.
Let's get to check in on Restream. Looks like it's good. Update title. No, not that. Tell you what, let's no, it's fine. That's still going. Where are we at over here? Hey, Taro. I tried to message you on Discord, but I'm wondering if I messaged the wrong Taro. If that makes any sense. I wanted to say thank you for an amazing stream on Friday. Like, just blew me away. Like, seriously. Awesome.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a win. We have Germanus in a Moskva, but that is
interesting. Ouch, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So let me check on YouTube and let me check on Kick.
Whatsoever. At least he brought upgrades and flags. You know, there is a mod called Tournament Ready. And I always recommend.
You miss things while playing, being shot at, doing things.
It's Shimakaze! Oh! Spotter as it takes a torpedo early.
Close finish. Next play should be go to Donuts. If he survives the Nova.
Nope. I was gonna say his next play should be die to the Nova. Because
but see, this would be one of those.
Like, okay, I think they're all. I think it's all posted now. Let me tell you something, brother. Last time the Zaf fleet scored a legendary level 21 hype train that shook the rafters. It really did. Whether it was the charity power or that dirty water cognac fueling the fire. This AI knows too well about my habits. And not for a good reason. That's not necessarily a good thing. You proved you're the heavyweight champions of support. Now they're back for more giveaway chaos and elite naval tactics. What you gonna do when the Zaf fleet runs wild on you? Can we top that record-breaking madness today? The answer is probably not, which is perfectly fine. What a crazy stream on Friday. I was gonna do something else. What was I gonna do? I was reading that and I was thinking I need to do something. Whatever. I'll remember it at some point. Maybe. Probably. Oh, right. I have to post on Twitter as well.
Oof. Jocker right there with the AP. Nicey Nader knows it's all over for him.
Hey, Forrester. How you doing, hello, Wolfie? Good to see you both. Happy Sunday.
They both go down at the same time.
Well, Cookie went down first, so I was right.
Okay. But the Kleber backed up a bit.
Hello, Cthulhu. Good afternoon to you as well. How you doing? I always forget to do it, so I'm going to do it now. Well, I have a second to do it. I'm going to give you a shout-out since you also stream, and I always forget that for some odd reason. Okay, I need to go to here. Here. We are not ending the stream, so we're going to just skip that. And Warships. Running around various errands. Yeah, I feel that. I've been super busy with the house. But we're making progress, I think. I hope. Whether we like it or not, we're making progress. You know?
They're like wonky is not even the right way to describe those cons. They just.
There we go.
They either or they don't, and they will hit when you're facing.
All right, looks like Kick is working fine. YouTube is working fine.
You can use. Sounds like the San Martin is getting.
Let's get this posted.
Look at Andy. Look at Andy. He's going.
I can close my email. I can close Twitter X. I can close timestamp converter. Close that window. All right, we're going to start up a poll, y'all.
It is totally necessary. Like, there's been nothing dramatic.
We have a lot of replays that we need to sort out.
Actually into other torpedoes, and Andy gets the kill. Very nice play there. Matter of fact, if somebody can take a moment and
Here's what I'm going to do. Haven't got no votes, so we'll skip that one. I don't know if Kitsune's Johnston, if I can't remember if you wanted that to be a sub replay or not. But we'll do this. We'll do Rodney. Benny Hill. There you go.
So even if you are spotted and manage to go dark, you're not going to sneak up on anyone.
Okay. We're going to start the first round of voting, guys. There's 5 replays here for you to choose from. Rodney, Kearsarge, Prince Eugen, Azure Lane Hornets, and Libertad. Everybody gets 1 vote. You can use channel points for additional votes. You guys know that drill. I need to remove this extension. That's right. That's something I can do. Let's see. Is that under settings? No, that's under extensions. Here we go. My extensions. Gambonanza is going to be deactivated. Go away.
That's a huge early first kill for shot. Pushing ship. Kremlin getting involved.
So what do we have? We've got Blurp. We've got Lumia. And then we've got Frosty Tools Check Quiz, Stream Elements Leaderboards, and Tiltify Fundraising. Perfect. Okay. That's what we want to have. What's going on, Who Jam?
Ouch, ladies and gentlemen. It's a COTS ready build. No captain skills whatsoever. At least he brought upgrades and flags. There is a mod.
I do that right?
You miss things.
Yeah. Playing in 31 minutes and 21 seconds. We've got that long of a playlist. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, you guys know the deal. We got to beat a level of words on stream. Commercial break just went off. While that's going on, let me get the next giveaway sorted here.
Nope. I was going to say, his next play should be Die to the Nova.
But see, this would be one of those, like if I do...
Okay, no need to vote for Rodney anymore.
The bungo goes down?
Big hit there with 2 deep water torpedoes taken by Heinz's Libertad, who finally decides it's time to get in there and use my secondaries.
Oh, you mean his HP pool?
That too.
And he just sails right out, because that's what you do?
Well, he's got to give a broadside to the Novo.
All right, great giveaway. Charity. Yep.
Oh, Heinz with another huge kill.
Here we go. So, Rodney game.
He took 2 for 1. That works well for him. That's a good trade. In a Guilty's other side here. Hit mark just
Oh my god. They're under the boardwalk, but lemon pound cake instead?
And he's possibly, yep, he gets pushed outside of the cap.
Big word is thrown.
Because he's on a sticky flood.
Pound cake. Okay.
So now he basically presents himself and says, "Here I am." Realizes he's screwed.
He's big as hell.
Oof.
No, I don't understand what this is. I don't understand what this is. I'm scared to find out now. I don't want to Google it, Forrester. I have a feeling that, bad things happen if I Google that.
They both go down at the same time.
Well, Cookie went down first, so I was right.
Watch a YouTube video?
Backed up a bit. It's on. Engines are out. Torpedo.
There is a player that goes on.
Broken engine. Andy dodges that torpedo.
It's hilarious.
We haven't talked about the Loria pick yet. Puddin', why Loria?
Because you hate your team?
Interesting.
Loria is a...
God.
Want to get your first Prince Eugen game with the Rodney? I can do that. Well, we'll see how things go with the voting, Mr. Hoojam. Currently, Azuline Hornet is in first place. Hey, Compass. Happy Sunday.
Something like that, but they're so... They're like wonky's not even the right way to...
Happy Sunday. Yes. Use footage from... I know. That's what I'm looking at right now. Okay, so it's because his house got raided and the cop wanted to eat the pound cake.
You can use...
Sounds like the San Martin is getting his funny button charged up.
Look at Andy. Look at Andy. He's going for it.
Oh, the club?
The Kleber. Krieger sees it now.
That's next level right there.
This is really not necessary.
Okay.
But fun to watch.
It's probably the most stream friendly. I can see that. I can totally see that. All right. Well, I tabbed out a second so I can see what you guys demanded I watch. See what I did there?
One thing I want to draw people's attention to is Revenge's
There you go.
Vermont. I really like what he's done here. We've seen this before.
Oh, damned. Like that. Voyage of the Damned. Yeah. The other one is about paying for his gate and door. Huh. Okay. Do me a favor. Post that if you can, Beefall. I think you're in my Discord. Post it in the off-topic channel. Just be like, Zaf, watch this. I'll watch it off stream. That looks very, very interesting. Okay, I need to get the Rodney game rendered.
That allows you to take the accuracy module because you don't have any accuracy in slot 3. So you're pumping out more shells, and they're much more accurate shells at that.
So I can get that one going. How you doing today, Von Broik? Here. Is mine...
He just stops broadside and
No.
looks at them.
Okay.
And takes all the damage and dies.
Yeah, I need to load the replay file as well.
Kremlin getting involved.
Rodney.
Andy goes
In the middle of cooking 35 ears of corn. Damn, that's a lot of corn. Cutting them in off the cob, measuring portions, putting them in freezer Ziploc bags. That we have fresh sweet corn throughout the whole year and during the holidays. That's exciting. That's also dedication, my friend. Guys, we have a poll going right now for you to vote on which replay you would like to see. Everybody gets one vote automatically. You can use channel points for additional votes. You know how that goes. So far, we have Rodney's been prioritized via Cover My Replay. We have Prince Eugen and Azure Lane Hornet duking it out for first place. Nobody cares about Libertad or Keksarge.
Close
next play should be go to Donuts. If he's
Now, you sent in 2 Eugen replays, Hoojam. Didn't you?
This would be one of those, like if I do a different character, because this
I'll need to know which one you're looking for here, because, I mean, I don't know, there's a reason to do both at the same time or whatever. Okay, here we go. This is the Rodney game. Let me go to my downloads folder. Download. There we are. And this is Rodney. The Hoojam, Rodney. Okay. I have a feeling the Hornet is gonna be voted on too. We got about a minute to go. Oh my god, the last Friday was lit in every capacity. Every capacity. It was probably one of those things where lightning struck. And you know, we captured lightning in a bottle. That's what I meant to say.
engines. So now he
What is this word?
himself and says, "Here I am." Realizes he's screwed. He's opening up now.
Oh, I'm locked out. Incline didn't work anyway. All right, here's that next one. This is the Azure Lane Hornet.
It's all over for him. At this point,
Downloads. Here we go. This one, I believe, is Wolfie. Oh, no, I think I already downloaded that one. Yes, I did. I already rendered that one on Friday. Okay. So I just did bot things that I didn't need to do. Sealing! Why did I not see sealing? You guys saw it. I did not. I failed. Okay, here. Let's load up open replay file. Why are you not letting me open replay file? Uh-oh. My toolkit just crashed on me. It might have. No. Ah, here we go. It's locked on the open folder. That would be why. Okay. There we go. I got Rodney, West Virginia 41. Hujam, which Eugen game are you looking for here?
They either hit or they don't, and they will hit when you're facing a Loria, but when you're using a Loria, they will never.
Prince Eugen won. Second place was Hornet. Okay, cool. Which replay do you want for your Eugen game? Let me mark also the Hornet. Azure Lane Hornet. Here we go. That one's going to be priority 2. Same thing with whichever one we sort out. We're going to create one additional poll here. This will be for priority 3. Which ones got voted? It was 0. Libertad and Kexarge got 0. Okay. So I'm going to mark these as 9. In other words, nobody cares about them. Todd. Okay, here we go. Refresh. Sort. Okay. So, Ruprecht. Hanbi. Wait. Oh, right. I'm still waiting to hear back on which one. Okay. And since they got no votes, I'm going to put them up again. All right, there we go. So this will be priority 3, essentially, which means we probably won't get to that today, but maybe Friday or something. I don't know. We shall see. If anyone's going to do the Jutland mission requiring potential damage in British and German ships, you can recommend brawls for that. 5 versus 5 with enhanced rates of fire. Really? Maybe we need to do that during live play, Cthulhu. Yeah. That would be good. I didn't realize that brawls were up now. Thank you for saying something about that. And chat, remind me, Cthulhu, anybody else, remind me when we get to live play.
And takes all the damage and
remind me when we get to the live play portion. All right. Well, while you guys are continuing this, it's a good opportunity now for some community news. What's going on in your all's lives? What's happening with you? Feel free to share. Tell us your news if you would like. We're going to continue playing words until we drop. And while you guys are playing, I can give you a little bit of a update on my end. We got a commercial break in 2 minutes, so I'll stop the updates when I get to the commercial break. But for me, I am once again sore. Just like Friday, I'm extremely sore. I spent the entire freaking day yesterday. Well, half the day, because I had to do breakfast with my dad's friends. I spent half the day shampooing the carpet in 2 rooms. Scary movie obsession. I don't do horror films. I really don't, Cthulhu. So congratulations and hats off to you for stomaching that stuff. I could never get into it. Thank you for sharing your news, though. That's awesome. How old are your kids, Cthulhu? I don't think I've ever asked you that. Feel free to share if you want.
to get in there. And
So I was talking on Friday about how disgusting 15 and 16. Okay, yeah, right about where you can scare them and they'll be okay with it. They won't go to bed with nightmares. Hopefully. But yeah, so the carpet was so disgusting on Thursday. I knew I was gonna do it again. So I went in and I was going through the carpeting in the casita, and I spent probably 3.5 hours on that carpeting. But man, is it an improvement. All of a sudden you realize that the carpet is actually cream color and not like, brown. There's still some areas that I need to go over again. I think I'm gonna probably do that on Monday or Tuesday. But for the most part, I'm really happy with how it turned out. The only thing that sucked is that the humidity in that room shot through the roof. It went up to like 80%. And I was running AC to try to cool down the room, and it started dripping water, which, okay, now I got to deal with that, and I got to deal with, other stuff, which was annoying. Wouldn't a new carpet almost be a better option? Probably Dutch, but it was nice carpet. I wanted to see if I could clean it. I don't know. Yep, I know. I still have the stream starting screen up so that you guys can keep playing words while we're kind of doing our little community updates and stuff. Commercial break's going to start in a moment, so I'll hold off on my stories for a little bit. See you guys after the commercial. Thank you guys for sticking around through that. Import, nicely done, Forrester.
He got reset on D as he popped his smoke.
Remember that Loria is a Italian battleship with crazy big guns.
Thank you, Beefall.
What is like 480s, 510s, 510, right?
Yeah, something like that. But they're still
Romp. There you go. You guys got it. I love how it says ad starting soon. It said that for like a minute now. And it still hasn't started the commercial break. You guys haven't seen commercials yet, right? All this time I could have been continuing the story. But anyway, yeah, I could have gotten new carpet. My fear anytime you replace something in the house is making something worse as you do it. So, wreck the trim, something else, whatever. I just don't want to do that if I can help it. Plus, it also delays when we can move stuff in. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm rushing into it too much, but
fun to watch.
It is totally
minute and a half to go.
Like there's been nothing dramatic happening.
And that forces Tree Krieger actually into other torpedoes, and Andy gets the kill. Very nice play there. Matter of fact, if somebody can take a moment and clip that, I'd appreciate.
You guys are kicking butt. Finished level 5. Keep it up.
I really like what he's done here. We've seen this before.
Keep it going. 10 out of 12. We're skipping 3 levels, y'all. We're increasing the difficulty. Here we go. There is a fake. There's a fake letter, and the D is fake.
What you get for it is better reload of your main guns.
D is fake. No D.
Competitive environment like this. But the big thing is the reload buff, because in slot 6, that allows you to take the accuracy module.
Commercial in progress for another 30 seconds. Miami Mateo, hey, how's it going?
That's cool to see.
I saw your post someplace. I think it was in my Discord channel. You were hanging out in the general channel, doing good, awesome. And I remember I saw your name. I'm like, hey, that's somebody who joined us recently. I wonder how they've been. And then here you are. The D is fake. That's what they say about some CD bars. Oh my God, Cthulhu. There's I tweeted out about this. There's actually somebody who's been using computer technology, whatever AI, to replace the Enterprise in the next generation movies. So instead of the Sovereign E, they put the Galaxy class D in the fights, in the battles. They did one on First Contact. They did one for Star Trek Nemesis. And for Nemesis, they use the refit Enterprise D. You know what I mean? The one with the like the coaxial laser on the bottom from All Good Things. And I put a tweet out, and I almost wanted to comment like, I need the D. I need the D. Enterprise D was only a decent fighter for. I didn't like that last fight. You know why I didn't like that last fight, Cthulhu? Because the D suddenly looked like it had zero mass. Because they were like zooming through this massive cavernous area, but the way that they caught the angles and the shots of it, it looked like the thing was like a like an X-wing fighter or something. It just looked stupid to me. When for so many years, right, we've been watching this large, slowly turning and maneuvering ship, and all of a sudden, Data just makes it spin on a dime with a smile on his face. Okay. That's the only thing I didn't like about seeing the D in Picard season 3.
Oh, Hines with another huge kill.
Dallas Cowboys defense is fake. There you go.
Hey, he took 2 for 1. That works well for.
No.
Hitmark just barely dodges a torpedo as Nicey Nader takes one on the tip.
Further, the eye is fake. Eye is fake. Nicely done, Wolfie.
Because he's on a sticky flood. So that impacts his engines. So now he basically presents himself and says,
Awesome got through. I got hurt. But yeah, it looked really cool. And then somebody also went into Generations, and they changed the battle with the Klingons. Instead of that stupid BS, their shield modulation is 152.4 or whatever it is, right? That stupid scene with the Lursen Bator magically penetrating the shields. Like they changed it so it's an actual like huge battle amongst multiple Klingon ships, all from House Duras, and I think that would have been so much better. Also, so much more expensive, which is why they didn't do it. But that would have been really cool. I really wish they could have done that. So, updates again. So, in response to Dutch, I said it a moment ago, but commercials were starting up. I'm concerned about ripping out carpet and putting new carpet in. I'm concerned about that damaging something in the process. I'm concerned about the time it's going to take to get that carpet, get it in, and, whatever. Because I want to build the stream room up. I know, I know, Cthulhu, right. Not only is the General Chang ship exploding from Star Trek 6, but they took the interior shot of that Klingon warrior being like shoved through, and they just reversed it. It's like, really? You're gonna be that cheap? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. All right, Conde is priority 3 now. There we go. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, there's a bunch of reasons. We just want to get the house settled in and stuff, and replacing the carpet, that's going to add another week before we get it fixed. So I really want to try and see if I can get it clean, nice and clean. If so, cool. If not, yeah, we'll replace the carpet. There's also that added expense if you think about it too. I mentioned this on Friday of last week. We're already at 5,000 more. Cockeyed is the big word. Eye is fake. So like, adding more expense to that just kind of hurts. You know what I mean? Because let's face it, if we were to change out the carpet, I don't know how much. All right. But I'm thinking to myself, that's going to be another 1,000, even if it's just the 2 rooms plus closets. So, do I want to do that? At that point, do I want to change the guest bedroom and put, vinyl planks in instead? Well, at that point, do I want to replace all the vinyl planks in the house? Well, at that point, do I want to just put tile in instead? See where I'm going with all this? There's just a lot, like, I kind of want to just live in the house. And then if we want to change the carpet in the future, I want to have the time to really decide, what do I want? Hey, Krylus, what colors do I want? Whatever.
gets wrecked by the Kremlin. Oh, and more shots from the Moscow.
Uh-oh. I've been so busy chatting, I forgot to play the game. Everybody's going for Dyke. No, Dyke's not working. I don't know why, but it's not. Oh, that's right, his eye's fake. Cocked. Miami's like, yes, this is all cocked. All right, please do not restart the game, guys. We're gonna get into the community portion now and say hello and everything. So, 126 stars, Von Broik, number 1. Awesome, 77 stars, number 2. Me at 61, third. No more words, right? Exactly, Hujam. Hujam, I need to know which specific replay of Eugen you want. Rez with 50, Beefall with 49, Miami Mateo with 41. Hey, Congo Red, Turo with 40, Wolfie with 27, Forrester on the board at 17 stars. Nicely done. Chat is awoken, and I think it's time we can get started. Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm doing great, Burnt. How are you? I've been giving some updates during the words part, but not too much to say other than just really working on getting the house clean. We're gonna have cleaners come tomorrow. They're gonna deep clean the house. Roofers are coming to repair parts of the roof that are need work. And we're getting there. We're getting to the point where I can probably start building my stream room. So I'm pretty excited about that one. Bounty Life in Prince Eugen. Can you tell me the file name or like the map that it's on, Hujam? That would be the easiest. Home ownership is never a dull day. Absolutely, Burnt. There's always something to do. So yeah. So I'm really sore. Once again, my back is extremely sore because I was just constantly doing kind of like this motion, Yeah, never a dull day or to pay for. Yeah. So we're trying to avoid that if we can help it. Thank you very much, Hujam. That narrows it down perfectly because there it is. I see it now. Okay. So I'm gonna put this one as there, the Hujam. So that's the big thing. Feel free, chat. You guys can share your news if you want. Couple of things to talk about. Let's see. Where's my stream planning channel? Friday, guys. Friday, we had one of the best. Submit your replay and screenshot to the Carry Harder topic on what is that, Wolfie? Can you put the exact link to the thread on that one? I haven't seen that. So thanks to Taro and Elbozy and City Slob and a few others as well. Kitsune kind of kicked this off. We had a record hype train, level 21 hype train. I can't thank you guys enough. It was one of the craziest hype trains I've ever seen. I've streamed for 8 years, and never went past 19 until yesterday, and we got all the way to 21. It was awesome for that reason. That stream was amazing. It was awesome for other reasons too. One of the biggest ones, and I know some of you guys were like, "Oh God, Zach's starting to drink already." It was very important to me that I didn't go too far, and I really felt like by the end I was getting close, but and that was important to me. There's the link to the thank you. Oh, I see. So you've got there's a whole thread here for people sharing their replays that they're carrying. Okay. This is from 2023. I didn't even know that thread existed, Wolfie. That's cool. So yeah, so we had a great stream. I think we did 4 replays because we ran out of time. That a boy's that. Thank you, Krylus. Yeah, no, it was really important to me. I didn't want to overdo it. There have been times in my past where I've been like, I just want to get drunk. I did not want that last time on Friday, so I did as much as I could to like get water in between, have snacks, and take my time and sip. And it felt good to really be able to control that, and so that was awesome. The high train was great. The dirty water was great. The people were great. The games were great. We just had a fantastic stream. We finished off with Forza, and I just couldn't get past this level. I don't know. It is what it is. Hey, what's going on? If I considered non-alcoholic liquor, that's a good idea, Wolfie. I'm still working through my dad's girlfriend's former husband's stuff. Once that's all done, we'll take a look. We'll take a look. But you know, it felt good to just kind of have that experience and not feel like, you know, oh God, I did it again, which I've had in the past. So I think that was important. I hope you guys all felt similarly if you were there on Friday. Sounds like a Spaceballs relationship. There you go. There you go. Great movie, by the way. I can't wait for the sequel to come out. So that was the stream on Friday. This week, Wednesday, is going to be a special World of Warships stream. I hope you guys can tune in for that. Just totally coincidentally going to happen right at the end of the World of Warships stream, when they're done with their mates. It's complete happenstance, guys. Complete happenstance. So we'll be doing that. And part of the reason is to hype up this upcoming weekend, okay? Saturday and Sunday coming up is going to be the War of Faction tournament put on by the guys that do the Enterprise tournament, okay? It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys can tune in for that. I still have to do my tournament setup for that. I'll probably do that on, God, I don't know, Thursday? Something like that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be streaming Saturday and Sunday. It's going to start my time, Arizona time, 9 a.m., I think it is. So if you're on the East Coast, that's going to be 2 p.m. Did I do it right? 12 p.m. 3-hour difference. Yeah, 12 p.m. if you're over on the East Coast. If you're in Europe, it'll be more comfortable for you because the tournament's done in Europe. But I'll be doing that hopefully with Putin. We'll be on like a 5-minute delay. It's the first tournament we've had in a while. So that'll be cool. I was hoping I could get into the new house and stream from the new house for the tournament. It's still kind of a goal, but I don't know. With how much cleaning I was doing on the carpeting, it may not be ready to go in time. If that's the case, c'est la vie. It is what it is. Not too concerned about that. But yeah, hopefully you guys can tune in for the tournament. We'll do the same kind of thing that we typically try to do, being a after party, hang out, play the game, screw around, whatever. But the important thing to know for that, for those of you guys who really do your replays and enjoy replay coverage, we're not going to be seeing, you guys aren't going to see replays on Sunday because I'll be doing the tournament. Dutch, the tournament was going to start at, I think it's going to be 12 p.m. Eastern time. Europe is 6 hours ahead of Eastern, so that would be 6 p.m. European time, I think. That's right. I need to double check that. So maybe what I should do is pull up the link collection for that. We could take a look at that together. That would be smart. That would be smart. Let me see if I can find tournament updates. Here's the link collection. Visit site. Here, let's take a look. Maya Mateo, 12 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so it is right. Tournament takes place. Here we go. 1800. Yeah, so 6 p.m. Central European Standard Time. And it goes for 4 hours. Okay. So for me, that's going to be 9 a.m. And this is a later tournament, guys. King of the Sea is going to suck. King of the Sea is going to suck because that's going to start at 6 a.m. local time. And I'm going to be getting up at 4 a.m. No, thank you. But it'll be a 4-hour stream, and then I'll probably do an after party afterwards. Telling my dad about it. He was looking at me like I'm crazy, but you guys know I'm crazy. I like hanging out with you guys, so there you are. So that's going to be this coming weekend. Hopefully you guys can tune in for that. Should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. In the meantime, just a reminder, we are still doing our charity drive. Tay was in a minute ago, my awesome friend, former co-worker, colleague, recruiter, all in one. She's awesome. And she's part of Stack Up, which is the organization that we are fundraising for. Stack Up is a military-based charity supporting active duty and veteran service people around the world, not just the United States, and they do so using gaming and geek culture. So any money donated to Stack Up helps their mission of fighting mental illness amongst military personnel. And I'm so excited. We are over almost at $3,000 raised. Our goal is 3,500. That means that we have funded 2 supply containers, supply crates. A supply crate is, if you will, a care package full of gaming and geek culture goodness, which people can ask for essentially. And so Stack Up answers and says, "Here, let's help you out with this." It could be things like consoles and games like PS5s and whatever. It could be handhelds like down here, for example, Nintendo Switches. Could be board games, could be puzzles. Sometimes it's just gaming magazines. The founder of this was a former member of the military, was a veteran, and he went through some rough times, and video games helped him get through it. And one thing he always remembered was he got lots of care packages from home. You know, like the schools and stuff. They'll write letters, "Thank you for your service. Here, have some colored pencils." And they always said the thing that they hated the most was they opened these care packages and they got like socks. And they're like, we don't need socks. We got plenty of socks. Stop sending us socks. Give us something we're actually going to use. And so, like, what they found that was most helpful was when they would get like GameStop magazines and stuff like that. Like, what's going on back at home? What are the games that are coming out? New Call of Duty. What's that all about and stuff? And so that's where kind of Stack Up came from. Now, if you donate, you can donate a certain amount of money, and you can see here $10 or $25 for all 5 skins. These are special skins in World of Warships. If I owe you a skin or whatever you've donated, let me know. I think I still have to get Rob the link. I could be wrong. It's just a Google Drive link that you can then download it from. Okay, but it's good stuff. And for every $100 raised, we are unlocking a giveaway. There are organizations that offer lists of what troops need, use, and forward deployed. Right. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct, Wolfie. It's just a lot of times people don't know that exists or don't even look at it, So we've done 26 giveaways so far, game key giveaways. We've got space for 3 more. And then if we continue raising money, we'll continue giving away game keys. Okay. Once we're done with that, we are done with that. But we had some donations on Friday. I think it was City Slob and Clockwork Raven and Genius, both donating. So very much appreciate you guys and City Slob, and I'm Double Two Musical Misfortune. There's Compass with $100. You guys just holding up the world of donations. So thank you guys so much for doing those donations. Now, we are giving away Steam game keys during the stream, and it's very easy. Friday was a big day. Oh my goodness. We are giving away keys. All you have to do is type in !charity. One sec. Here we go. There we go. So about every hour or so, we'll do a draw here, depending on what's convenient with the replay stuff. Okay. So you want to make sure you enter into that giveaway, and I want to talk to you guys about what prizes people have won. We currently have 3 keys left, I think. So we might actually run out of keys today, which will be interesting. We've got Spin Hero that was donated to us by Demas. Andrew, 15 stream streak. Congratulations on that. And thank you for the support, man. Stories Untold that was given to me by, I think it was Lord Jackal, I think was the name. I was trying to think about the name for so long. I think it's Lord Jackal. Let me double check. Yes. Achilles Legends Untold is the total title. Achilles Legends Untold. Okay, I was trying to remember, you get so many messages and I was trying to remember who got me the key. I know that sounds silly, but I got the key a while ago and just haven't been able to get it out to you guys. You know what I'm saying? So we have so courtesy of Lord Jackal, Achilles Legends Untold is the game. And then we also have Cloud Chasers. And then we have Spin Hero, courtesy of the Moss. Here we go. Socks Underwear have been part of care packages for the military for about 2,000 years. Yeah. Please stop sending us this. I don't know if Demas is on the Discord or not. Let's see. No. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. So those are the 3 games that we have remaining to give away. Here. This in bold. There we go. Ultimate Man Streaming Cave is still a work in progress. There's no shame in this. This is true. This is true. Still working on stuff. I missed a couple of messages. Let me scroll back up and see. Somebody was saying something a moment ago. I want to say it's Dutch. No, somebody else. No, maybe that's what it was. Okay. Okay, I caught it all, I think. It's probably a mom or aunt sending the package to her sons stationed in the north of England. Aha. Interesting, actually. That's really interesting. So games that have been given away lately, we have Gambonanza. One of the things that I did was I said I was going to showcase the games that are given away as a way to say thanks to the publisher. For example, this case, it's Stray Fawn. And big thanks to Stray Fawn for giving us a couple copies of Gambonanza. It's a chess-based roguelite game, and it's kind of fun. If you enjoy chess, this adds a bit of a twist to it, which is a lot of fun. I played that on stream last week and had a good time doing it. Another game that we gave away was Goblin Sushi. I haven't played this one at all, but Metaroot got me a couple copies of that. So big thanks to Metaroot for a copy of this game. Not too expensive because it's an early access game, but I don't know too much about what Goblin Sushi is all about here. And then finally, the last one that we gave away was Ground of Aces. And here's Ground of Aces. Now this is a World War II era game where you are constructing bases. So your job is to make a base, handle all the logistics and everything. You build runways, you order planes, you bring in pilots, and you send them up on missions. Okay, pretty cool. It's a lot of fun, actually. We played this for a bit, so that's what this is all about. If you want a chance to win one of these games, then you want to make sure that you are following the channel, as somebody just followed. Thank you for giving Stevie some bacon. And you also want to make sure you type !charity to get into the giveaway, okay? Here's Achilles Legends Untold. So this is an action RPG set in ancient Greece. And then Cloud Chasers. And this one I got from Lord Jackal, so very much appreciate that one. Cloud Chasers, this is from Blind Fluke Studios. Same people that did Ground of Aces. I don't know much about Cloud Chasers, but I did get a copy of the game to give away, so that's really nice of them. And then finally, we have Spin Hero from Demas. And here's that game. All right. So those are the games you can choose between if you are a winner today. Now, we've got 3 replays that are prioritized right now. We've got Cobra. Cobra, are you here? This is West Virginia 41. That's a sub replay. Jam has prioritized a Rodney game. And then we also have the Azure Lane Hornets. And I need to pull up Hujam's other game here. Let me find that one. Who's here from that? I know Wolfie is here. I think Hujam is here. Yeah. Here. Render. And get that going. Get that render bot kicked off. And then we got Azure Lane Hornet. I don't know. Hey, Schmidt. How you doing, Schmidt Electric? I don't know if Kitsune wanted his Johnston game covered or not. I thought he said something about that as a sub replay, but I haven't seen him yet, so I haven't gotten a response from him. So I don't really know if that is the case or not. So I'm going to try to keep that last spot open for him today. If we do hear back that that's what he wants. All right. So who wants to go first? Always a tough question, right? Who wants to go first? Wolfie, do you want to go first? Hujam, do you want to go first? Obviously, Hujam, we would knock out both of your games if that was the case. And then we'll see. Other updates for you guys. Let's see. Community updates. Where are we at? Okay, I think we got all the updates done, so we're ready to continue. Woof, so much to go. So, who wants to go first? Wolfie or thumbs up. Does that mean yes, you want to start us off here? Let's see. You're willing? All right, let's get you going then. Azure Lane Hornets game. And hello, SAT. How are you?
Doing all right.
Cool. Let's get the Wolfie's Azure Lane Hornet game loaded up then. I'm going to write this down. Hornet. The Al Hornet at that. So we'll start with a quick, we'll take a quick screenshot of the game and stuff like that. And then we will go from there. Azure Lane Hornet's a fun boat. What's new in SAT's world? Looks good right about there. Nothing.
Nothing too much. Just
Okay.
Just after like a like a month of vacation, now I just get to work overtime. It's fun.
Gotcha. Hey, overtime can be good. Can.
It is. It is. Well, at least after I'm done with the shift.
Right. All right. Well, let's get this show on the road here. Let's get started with our first replay. This is the Azure Lane Hornet. This is Wolf Sweat Paws. He said it's not his best game or even a good one. It's a defeat. Some learning moments available. Tail end of the battle. Some interesting close quarters actions. So we'll have to see how that works out here. But the Azure Lane Hornet is a carbon copy of the regular Hornets. Okay, so she's a premium American aircraft carrier with two regular squadrons, a torpedo bomber squadron and a dive bomber squadron. These are kind of annoying or a little bit wonky to play with because they have attacking flights of 4 each, if I remember right, and you only get the 2 attacks per strike. So you kind of are in that weird, do I want to attack or do I want to send a, pre-drop and send a flight back? That's something I'm still personally trying to work through because I've played a lot of Azure Lane Hornet myself for the Azure Lane missions. She does also have the tactical dive bombers, the B-25 Mitchells. Historically speaking, if you guys don't know the story, the Hornet, the real Hornet, was used to launch B-25 Mitchell medium bombers from the Army Air Corps, and they dropped bombs on Yokosuka and on Tokyo early in the war, around the same time as the Battle of the Coral Sea. And that kind of shocked the Japanese. They couldn't believe that the Americans could strike back and strike their home territory so quickly after Pearl Harbor. And that made the planners realize the need to destroy the American aircraft carriers. And that is what led us to the operation at Midway, when the Japanese tried to set a trap for the Americans, and the Americans had deciphered the code, were ready to go, and actually the Hornet partook in that battle as well. So lots of history involved in the Hornet, and in this game you can put those B-25s up, and they have the level bombs, and they start good fires, decent penetration on those bombs as well. Perfect for bombing aircraft carriers and battleships, and maybe even airfields in operations. Yes, it was called the Doolittle Raid. Rip Yorktown. Well, Yorktown wasn't involved in Doolittle Raid. It was the Enterprise and the Hornet. Enterprise was the fighter screen and ship screen, and the Hornet launched the bombers and kind of came back without much aircraft to support herself or the fleet. Useful versus destroyers? I mean, it can be. Oh, yeah, when I mentioned Midway. Yes, that's when Midway was sunk. Hornet was later sunk in was it Cape Esperance? Can't remember off the top of my head, but Hornet was sunk later on in the war. Okay, anyway.
Probably something like Eastern Solomons.
Yeah. So Wolf's setup here, he's gone with auxiliary armaments, aircraft armaments, secondary battery.
Oh, Santa Cruz.
Damage control. Oh, Santa Cruz. Thank you for checking. And then concealment. This is an interesting build, Wolfie. Personal opinion, I don't know that I would worry about auxiliary armaments mod 1 here. I would much higher value air groups modification here. Getting my planes to come back quicker helps me to cycle my aircraft so that they're available later on in the battle. You do have one tactical bomber squad that doesn't impact that cycling at all, but I would highly recommend air squadron return here. You could make the airman for damage control party, but I still think, unless you're playing really aggressive and up close, I think air groups mod is going to be better for you. Slot 3 makes sense. Go ahead.
If you're playing up close with the Hornet, something's gone terribly wrong.
Right. Now, for the Hornet, bomber HP might be okay to choose because that helps your dive bombers and your tactical bomber squadrons. So that impacts 2 of your squadrons. That might be a good choice. You buck convention and wisdom and aim to misbehave. There you go. Okay. I mean, this is fine if you're going to be in a lot of close quarters and again, but I really, if that's the case, I would go for the DCP upgrade in slot 1. And then, hey, 34NS in slot 5, flight control is probably going to be your better choice as well because it's going to allow you to cycle planes more rapidly too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to buck conventional wisdom, you have to have an underlying logic behind it.
Right.
Here, the problem is going into secondaries and using DCP mod 2. Like, okay, if you don't want to spec into aircraft, why are you specing into secondaries?
Mm-hmm. Now, you said it's a 14-point commander. You've used 13 of those points. Let's look at the rest here. Starting with improved engine boost, torpedo bomber, aircraft armor, survivability expert, and then enhanced aircraft armor. So we talked about this before with other carrier battles, but just a reminder, guys, in general, you want to start your core build for any carrier is going to be air supremacy, then improved engines, and then aircraft armor and survivability expert. Okay, those are going to be your core build. That's your first, whatever it is, 9 points. Captain Victor Henry, thank you for the sub. B-25 is operating for Singular Base in Shangri-La, right? Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub, Captain Victor Henry. How are you today? So yeah, I always recommend these to start. You definitely want aircraft prep time. This enhances your ability to stay longer in the battle. Improved engines obviously gets your planes into the fight much sooner. Aircraft armor and survivability expert are great. We talked about this before. Enhanced aircraft armor unfortunately doesn't do as much as it sounds like. you look at it and say, I take 25% less damage from shell explosions. That feels good. That's exciting. The reality of it is, if you take 2 flak puffs, you're probably going to get wrecked anyways. Like, you're going to lose your whole squadron. So, enhanced aircraft armor doesn't really do a service for you. It just sucks away 4 points.
Enhanced aircraft armor is kind of weird. For tankier planes, it actually can help, especially for the B-25, since it's not very maneuverable. So just taking less damage from AA sometimes does help. Of course, if you get smacked by like DFAA Wooster, then it probably won't matter anyways. But for most other ships, being able to take that 1 flak burst while going in gives you a lot of leeway, so you can drop with almost a full complement.
Okay. So that could be a use for that. Wonder if it would help your torp bombers fly through flak while on the attack. This one, yes, but in theory, Darlith, you should be able to work your way through.
If I remember correctly, the torpedo bombers fly under the flak clouds when they're during the attack run.
Right. The key is you have to initiate the attack run outside of that flak range, right? New player learning, having had fun learning the Congo. Oh, okay. Cool. If you've got questions, Victor, feel free to ask. And of course, if you've got replays on my Discord, you can post them. And to that, the B-25s are slow. This is true. So this brings up the next thing I was going to point out, which is, if you've got that squadron speed here, Wolfie, another good one to look at for you is going to be bomber flight control, because this helps your bomber cruising speed for both your dive bombers and tactical dive bomber squadrons. So this is a twofer for you. This would be a really good choice. And then also, if you like playing up close and personal, I've heard that Hidden Menace has been fixed now. So now you could realistically equip Hidden Menace and get down to 10.5 kilometer range if you really want to play up close and personal. But yeah, I would definitely go for these 2 first, and then torpedo bomber is a great skill. There's nothing wrong with that skill. Torpedo bombs in the Hornet are your bread and butter for doing damage. And then squadron boost duration is always a good thing to have. Yes, it's finally been fixed. Yes. So as you can see, it does help you cycle through your DCP. It also helps with being detected by pretty much everything else.
That being said, Hidden Menace on Hornet, she doesn't get as much benefits because you don't care if the B-25s die or not. It affects 2 over 3 squads. But if you're playing something more conventional like Midway, the Hidden Menace is an absolute must-have now.
Yes. Alright, and then no flags used, that's fine. Let's get into the game then and see what happens. Yeah, I'm excited to mess around with Hidden Menace and see what happens with it. Yeah, so they're not, it's called a tactical squadron, Wolfie, right? So yes, they just kind of regenerate over time. And didn't we talk about this before, that air supremacy helps you cycle them quicker too?
Yes, it's the one that gives -5% to reload time.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely recommended.
Yep. So this is a random battle. You are top tier up against another Azure Lane Hornet.
Good luck, everyone. Awaiting instructions.
This is actually good matchmaking for you. Lots of battleships for you to bomb.
This is close to ideal, since the battleships are left to farm. Cleveland and Flint is annoying to deal with.
Yes.
Deutschland is easy target. Kozak and Fubuki can be annoying, but other than that, it's just free farm here.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing too, Wolfie. I've been doing a lot of Azure Lane Hornet to get those missions done. Alright, putting a plane up. You think that he's going to go over by the Akizuki? Now, see, one thing that their dude did is that he automatically dropped a torpedo squadron. So that's called pre-dropping. And what that does is it makes it so that when you go in and drop your attack, you're able to get that strike in. You've already sent the other wave home, so you only can possibly lose the max of 4 planes instead of all that and and the other 4. It's a good idea to have at the beginning of the battle, because you just don't know what you're going to run into. Like in this case, you ran into the worst possible ship you could.
Yes,
That happens to me all the time in Carrier. All the time.
Whenever you play carriers, assume you're gonna run into the highest AA ship in your first run. Period.
Right. Did I recover? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Glacial. How are you, by the way? It was good to see you on Friday. So in this case, you just lost all 8 of those planes. Now, if you had done a pre-drop ahead of time, you would have lost 4 planes instead. You still could have maybe gotten a drop in. 1 or 2 torpedoes would have made it in the water. Would they have done any damage and hit? Who knows? But the point is, you would have 4 more planes coming back to your carrier to cycle through, versus now you're down 8 planes already.
Yeah, and 8 planes for 3k damage is a pretty poor trade.
Yes.
Torpedo bombers are your main source of damage outside the B-25s, so you don't want to carelessly lose them like that.
So I do like that you're switching sides. This is a bad habit that I get into as well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Wolfie. This is a habit I get into as well when I'm playing like asymmetric or something, because almost always the carrier spawns in the middle in asyms. And I need to teach myself that I have to go to the flank at the start of battle so that I don't crash into like 5 anti-air bubbles at once. I like how you loitered over the sub there, trying to get the sub damage. That was really good. Unfortunately, not a lot of people took advantage of that. I might have double-clicked the sub or something to highlight it for people.
So, what's your target here? Gonna be
I would think the
Tirpitz?
Tirpitz, yeah.
As a side note, I would lead with AP dive bombers for your first run, for scouting next time. I think the Torps are a little bit more important.
You can afford to lose the dive bomber squadrons as much, yeah. Absolutely, the AP. Although, against the Tirpitz and, Scharnhorst and Bismarck, maybe you want those AP bombers. So what you're doing is you're moving your carrier to, kind of like the quote-unquote safe area. Oops. You're moving to that safe spot here between the islands. You have to be careful with that. I did a Big O replay. Same kind of map, and he put himself in the same position. Actually got his carrier stuck. So this is very much an all-or-nothing play. You have to win this flank, and if the enemy wins this flank, you are screwed.
Yep. There is a possibility of escaping if you try it right now, but otherwise, if you get stuck there, you have to go kill everyone.
Right.
Hold on. Isn't a tactical... Isn't it B-25s ready?
They are indeed.
Well,
so
yeah.
You generally want to be using those tacticals as much as possible. If it's ready, you're using it.
Yeah, you would have definitely wanted it against a Cossack right here. That could have been an easy 8k.
Fortunately, he just dodged into one of your torpedoes. Unfortunately, it didn't start fire or a flood, but maybe this one will?
That's
Nice!
fine.
Okay, bomber time. There we go.
You need to be cycling faster than that. It's nice and cinematic to watch it, but you have better things to do.
So, in other words, don't watch the torpedo drop, go back to the carrier and start launching right away.
Yep. Once you drop the torpedo, you can just watch the ribbons to see if you hit or not. You need to be cycling planes on cooldown.
Now, in this case, the Cossack DCP'd. You know he's extremely low. You know he doesn't have a lot of hit points, so one bomb will probably finish him off. And good job, Akazuki, sitting broadside in a smoke.
I wouldn't use bombers to kill the Cossack. It's kind of overkill.
Well, now you're going for the
This is
Tirpitz,
better.
because... Yeah, well, and the Cossack is running away, too. Is that better, Wolfie? There you go. See, that's what you do. Get back, and then you should already know what planes you want to launch so that you're not sitting there thinking, right? So you kind of just keep on a cycle. I would have launched the AP bombers there probably because My torpedo bombers, yeah, see, I've got 8, you've got 18 AP bombers in reserve and only 5 torpedo bombers in reserve.
Either one is fine though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a big difference here. The main thing is you just need to kill turpets ASAP.
Right.
And
Ooh, Cyclone.
And since he's about to die here, you should also be considering who your next target is.
Mm-hmm.
Because since he was getting focus fired that heavily, I would have actually considered just not striking turpets here.
Yeah, I would have, and that was a bad angle to attack anyway. I would have done a circle, a loser lap, and see what the turpets does. If the turpets comes out of it sideways and is getting a heal, then drop him. But he wasn't. So keep that in line. If you had done this, Wolfie, you could have then moved your torpedo bomber south and struck the Bismarck.
And D7 is not your area of operations yet. You're just kind of keeping a general idea of where everyone's moving. But
Yeah.
you need to be focused on dealing with your own flank.
I mean, yeah, D7, like, your team has lost on both flanks. So, GG.
GG farm damage time.
Pretty much. Save your star. But, like, you know, you focusing on what happens there actually slows you down because you're too busy looking at that saying, what the hell, team, instead of getting lined up for your drop on the Bismarck, for example.
The only reason you do that is if you're planning to switch flanks. Oh, and when you're playing a Hornet, you want to slow down while using the dive bombers right as you're over the target. That way you cause the AP bombs to drop at a more vertical angle. That sometimes
maximum
helps with
time.
the citadels. Yeah, when you're looking at the minimap, you just take a look at a general idea of what your teammates are doing on the other flank. If it looks like they're doing okay, that just tells you like what kind of pace you should be setting for yourself. Like, oh, my teammates are doing pretty well, I can take it a little bit slower and pace my attacks. Or as, oh, looks like they're also getting overrun, then I need to hurry up and might need to make some plays.
Right. Now, the Bismarck's got a plane up. I don't know that I'd want to strike through that plane.
Engaging enemy.
You don't need to turn around that soon with the hull itself.
Yeah, I just tell the CV to slow down, that's it.
Yeah. Just autopilot to, like, doop, right there in front. By you turning around, you're kind of committing yourself to winning this battle with the Akizuki teammate, and that's it.
Oh, I would have not dropped after the 3 here. It was not worth the plane loss.
You need to be
Yeah.
conserving planes for the end. And also, you had tacticals ready. You didn't launch the tacticals.
Tacticals are... You need to launch tacticals as soon as they're up. There's very few situations where you hold on to tacticals.
Yeah, 2 Cits sounds great on paper, Wolfie. The thing is that the Citadels from AP Bombers, not a lot of damage anyways. You know, it's not the same as a Citadel playing as a battleship or something like that. So, you do full damage. But full damage and not much isn't that exciting. It's not that sexy.
The other thing is that's a very low chance for a Citadel, especially since you took so many hits. So, like, statistically, it's not in your favor. So it's generally not worth it. You just kind of got lucky on that one.
I like starting the torpedo run to dive behind the island here. You also haven't used your evasive maneuvers consumable once. And I would
Or
be...
fighters, for that matter.
Yeah, I would be thinking... Well, yeah, but I would be thinking about trying to use that consumable. At the very least, you save as many planes as possible. It would have been a good idea to use it at the very start when you ran into the Cleveland, for example. You could have just said, "Aw, crap," and then hit that evasive maneuvers button. Maybe you would have saved a plane or two from it. At the very least, you would have felt better about it.
Yeah, that would have bought you a few more seconds, and since you know Bismarck is trying to turn, you can force him to turn into the island and delay his movement. Anyways, it does set you up for a nice AP bomb attack. Why is it AP bombs? Tactical, please.
Yep. Oh, look, the Cleveland. What are you trying to do now? You flew over him, and now you're flying away from him. I would have just dropped him.
Yeah, you need to be decisive on who you attack. That one just costed you 2 planes for free.
Mm-hmm. Also, you're charging now into your death. So, congrats on that one.
Yeah.
You still forgot your tacticals.
Great. Remember, you're using the Hornet. The whole point of playing the Hornet is her tactical bombers.
Mm-hmm. You also... Oh, now you're changing your course. Okay, good. You at least use evasive there. You did. Ironically enough, you just got pinged, so there goes your auto ASW. And here comes your secondaries. Ah, there you go. Yep, you got the kill that way. But now you're stuck between firing your secondaries manually or launching planes to try to damage something. This is why I think if you would have stopped your carrier earlier, this would have been a very different situation.
Or at least got it hidden behind the rock. And even though you're secondary spec, you're not going to get any actual use out of it.
No. Well, you say that as he does get a close quarters expert off the Cleveland, who was a bounty, but still.
I would argue that the secondary made no difference there. Investing, like, if you put in stock secondaries, it would have done the same thing.
Right. But yeah, Wolfie, yes, you were in a crossfire situation, but you didn't need to be, right? I think that's the kind of the whole point, is just because they're in your base doesn't mean you have to turn around and, like, solo handle it. A lot of your team that had won the flank was turning around already anyway. Let them get in and deal with the Cleveland. Once they've dealt with the Cleveland, now you've got the ability to do whatever the hell you want to the other ships that are coming into the cap. It takes, what, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to actually get the cap, right? So it's not like a I must do this now or we lose thing. It's we need to play for time. We got to make it work.
That's a self-inflicted time pressure. You don't actually have any pressure.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? Because also, while you're going in there and you're dropping on stuff, you're resetting them, right? Every little hit resets their progress. That gets you base XP. It also denies their cap, and it gives your team more time to try to get in there. Good sportsmanship, by the way. Try to get in there to make something happen. I don't think you could have pulled this off. Your team still failed. Anyway, they got cut off by the Ishmael Deutschland. Imagine if you had seen the Cleveland and said, screw it, and we're still in here, saw the Cleveland and said, let me go and kill the Deutschland and the Ishmael. Let's focus on these and help my teammates who are trying to come back. That may have been enough to kind of start swinging things, okay? But the difficulty of playing carrier is, for most part, unless you've got a tactical squadron with smoke, it's very difficult for you to be like a one-man show. It wasn't a win since the flank collapsed from 5 minutes ago. True, but
yeah,
I generally don't like to throw in the towel right off the bat and just say, well, this is done and, you know, whatever. I'm not saying you did that, but I see that on certain other streamers sometimes, streams where they'll say, this is it, and they just go throw their lives away. And to be honest, that's not worthwhile, because you just never know. Is the enemy going to get overconfident? Are they going to get too cocky? Are they going to screw something up? They very well can.
Yeah, and there's still, like, this one you probably wouldn't have won it anyways, even if played optimally, but there's still a lot of areas that could be improved on.
Comeback are the best kind, Penny. That's very true. And how you doing, by the way? Happy Sunday to you. Well, let's go ahead and fast forward the game, because, I mean, this is over. No need sticking around watching this here. Run away and only die tired. I mean, you came in first place in a carrier. That in itself is noteworthy, right? Could you have done more in the battle? Sure. In this case, would it have been enough to carry that sack of potatoes of your team? Probably not. Maybe not. I don't know. let's take a look at the render. Some games you just can't win, chat. This
would-
is an example one.
You need a triple div to have a chance at winning this one. Like a good triple div.
Right. Titles chat. What are we going to title this replay? Should it make its way to YouTube? Very good learning opportunity for a lot of carrier players out there. Wolfie, for you specifically, man, I would say absolutely get in the habit of cycling your planes more frequently. If you start doing that at the start of battle, if you start getting that sorted out, you'll find yourself having more planes in for the long game, which will be very helpful for you. Consider changing up some of your build. See if you find that helps you too. Having more planes on the deck will definitely help you. Getting planes moving faster, I mean, is a straight up buff to you always, no matter how far away from the enemy you are. Hey, Iron Meals.
And utilize all your resources. I don't want to see tactical planes sitting on the deck because you forgot.
Right. That's a very good point. So the div on the 9 line, they marched up and they marched their death. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yep. What you're gonna do about it? You're not gonna save any of these 3 ships even if you tried.
No. It's a situation where you ran headlong into their hard push. Classic weekend living train. That's right, Hujam. Hujam, you want to go next, by the way? Okay, we'll get both of yours cranked out. I'm gonna grab a snack in between in between these 2 replays, though.
Yeah. Overall, it was it's a solid game. You came in first. Like some areas definitely can be improved, but overall, I think it was a pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, Seabear. Thanks for the lurk. And thanks for saying hi on Twitch, too. How's your Sunday going? You give him credit for making either solid defense against B9 push. I mean, they did both of those, right? Your team, as soon as they threatened the home cap, did the smart play. They turned around and they tried to race back. And then they got completely cut off. Also, cheers to your Amagi who just said, I'm just sending it down the middle of the map.
In his defense, he was actually doing fine until he got torped. If he didn't take torps at all, he probably would have killed the carrier and maybe take down Ismail.
Moment when you get to load the HE while playing the Valpa? What? You mean you just have your secondaries go? Titles chat. What are we gonna call this one for a title? What were you gonna say, SAT?
Some people are still living under a rock about the whole Valpa gameplay in 2026.
Huh.
First it was Minotaur, now Valpa.
I'm thinking something like cycling could be a good title. I mean, that's just kicks the wrong bear, I guess, but I'm just trying to think of something that kind of focuses on like what we were discussing in the replay, you know?
Yeah, cycling would be more prudent here because definitely I think some certain plane choices during the match definitely didn't help him.
And I love the Leroy Jenkins YOLO charge here. This is the other part of playing carrier, right? You set the autopilot and think it's a good idea, and then 2 minutes later realize, oh crap, that was really a bad idea.
Yep.
But it's too late
to
fix
life.
it. Which is part of the reason why I don't think concealment is really a good choice for most carriers, because it's so easy to throw yourself in a situation where you just sail to your death. Yes. It's like the Animaniacs, Wolfie. It's time for another good idea, bad idea.
Yeah, and the game is over anyway, so may as well have a little bit of fun at the end.
How about that for a title? Good idea, bad idea. What do you think, Wolfie? Why did he turn back in instead of going to the 10 line? He had talked about the time pressure, and that's what I was trying to comment on before, is a lot of players forget that the main home cap takes more than a minute to cap. It takes 2.5, something like that minutes. And
It
that's
takes 3
assuming,
minutes at base.
thank you. And that's assuming that you're not getting any resets whatsoever on your opponent. The autopilot was made worse compared to RTS on purpose. Maybe. They tried to fix the autopilot at one time and made it worse in the process. Bad idea, fun. Bad idea, fun. Okay. I think cycling is still a better, like, learning topic or title, but hey, if you want bad idea, fun instead, Wolfie, that's fine. Do your replay, I'll respect it. They're back. The new place is coming along. You can live with it now. Sure. All right, Wolfie, thank you for sending the replay in. Appreciate you. Don't kill my buzz. There you go. All right, chat. We're going to go to the back screen here. We're going to watch Stevie get torpedoed. It is a lot of work. We're still in the process of cleaning the house before we really get everything moved in. They're back. I spent the entire day yesterday shampooing 2 rooms. And I got the carpet mostly clean. There's a little bit more to do with it, but for the most part, we got it all sorted out. Hey, no problem, Wolfie. Thanks for sending the replay in. Great learning opportunity for you and so many others out there, which is great. Hujam, which replay are we starting with? The Eugen replay or the Rodney replay?
I like that it was shooting Venezia because it's going to be easier to take out the...
Yes, we're making headway there back. Absolutely, yes. House gets like deep cleaned tomorrow. More repair work is going to be done on the house on the exterior. But after tomorrow, we can really start unpacking things and stuff. We can do Eugen first? Okay. We'll do Eugen first. No problem. I'll put that up here. Hujam, Eugen. Bring your Harbor Freight coupon. There you go. Then we'll do the Rodney after that. That's fine. That's fine. I was going to say something, and I completely forgot. Oh, here. No. I'm clicking the wrong windows. I'm clicking the wrong windows, chat. Okay. All right. Looks like we just ran a commercial break, but I'm going to run a 3-minute commercial break and get set up for the next replay and grab a quick snack. Here's a shout out for Back 47. Make sure you go toss him a follow. He is a fun dude. Hang out with him Monday nights often for Borderlands. It's good times. Very much good times. That one can go in the done. Why can't I move? There we go. Done pile. And we'll start this one up. Okay, guys. We're gonna hit a commercial break. Let's restart words for you. I'm gonna grab a snack. I just want to make sure I'm keeping my energy up for y'all. Stupid is the big word. There you are. And let's get loaded into the Hujams game. This is a Prince Eugen on Land of Fire.
Interesting choice for a word here. Are they trying to say something?
I know, right? Is there a nameplate on the back? There usually is, right? Yeah. Man, that's really low res. That looks like crap. Oh, well. Yeah, that's how you know this is an older model, right? Okay, commercial break. I'll be right back, guys. I'll get some more water, too, while I'm at it.
Oh, Bismarck. Hi, Bismarck. Oh, wait. Ayande. Now, I hate... I was just about to say, I hate the Soviet battleship line, and then that just happened. Shot to do it either. That being said, Patton is turning back in, which is essentially saying, go right ahead and torp me.
Yeah, it really
Confusion.
is. I don't think he dodges this.
Big confusion here, guys. Big confusion.
Yeah. And I mean, he might trade it back out. It looks like he's gonna trade it back out. Let's see, is it enough? Yeah, it is enough to trade it back out. So at the end of the day, I mean, Patton goes down. You have to question, did he need to give that
P, and some secondary, and some turning, and some. Again, this is like a little bit of everything build. I think I want this.
Yeah.
I'll take this. I think I might want that. I'll take that. Even close quarters expert. He's got to get in range of his secondaries to proc that.
The Vermont build's gonna blow your mind.
The other Vermont, Great White.
Which Vermont? Great White's Vermont build is gonna blow your mind.
Well, Champagne just blow our minds collectively, and then let's look at Great White. Oh my God, my mind is blown. So secondary Vermont in COTS.
Yeah, this is a Schlieffen build. Even complete with not concealment, but the
module. The extended
module.
Yeah, anticipated the torps there.
I'm no eat your heart up.
Oh look, Luyen's proc.
Watch M Note's planes in the clip.
Oh, come on! I'm so sorry.
I got the kill, and then I look back and I see his plane starting the dive bomb run. And then as they pull out, he goes, "Oh, come on!"
This is really stupid. I mean, I don't even know what's happening. I'm just gonna slow down and go reverse. Oh look, I just got Citadel hard. I have no idea why or how. Oh look, I'm dead. That's great. Thanks, game.
Vermont is looking directly at him, so that means he cannot come out completely broadside. He's got to turn in, and he is coming pretty broadside. And that just happened. Oh my God! Somebody clip that. What the?
Ow.
I mean, really?
I think the best thing that could happen for Yo Boy is a ram here. Or he can just do this and try to get the torpedoes off instead of going for the ram. And he's just gonna give his broadside up. Why? Just ram. Oh, goodness.
You don't understand. I could have pulled off the torp rush.
That's a clip moment right there, y'all. Shima just improving his reload. That's the plan. Ah, yes, you're catching up to that Shima torpedo. Does the Shima Kaze have adrenaline rush? Nope.
That's all part of the AR plan.
NWDE has sacrificed both Napolis. Both Napolis to not kill a Salem.
Yeah, you like this?
Not true. Why are you hacking? You can still see him.
Whoops!
We destroyed their destroyer.
Oh. Okay, guys, I am back. How we doing? Tomorrow is the big word.
No, I'm doing a drive-by.
You guys probably already got that anyway.
Too soon, Junior. Bye.
Who Jam, you ready to go?
6 freaking citadels. Yeah.
These AP shells on the SD.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Leo's
Awesome.
40 seconds. He's trying to get into C now.
40 seconds.
Is it gonna happen in time?
He'll be.
And then chat, we'll do see, commercials over. Let's get the first draw out of the way now. So we've got 6 entrants so far. Exclamation point charity. Again, this is because of all of the money that we have raised for Stack Up. All the amazing donations and stuff like that, guys. So let's get the draw going here. This is for a game key giveaway here. Congo Red has won. Congo Red, are you here? Congo was here during the replay portion in the last replay.
Around the corner and AP the Nevsky, and you would have won, you fool! Oh my God!
What a finish!
Watch this. I got my electric.
Nicely done, guys. Congo is here. Okay, Congo, congratulations. I don't know if you're on my my Discord or not, but there are 3 choices for you, Congo. You can tell me which of those you want. So that's Achilles, Legends Untold, Cloud Chasers, or Spin Hero. Okay, I just whispered you the list since it's only 3 of them now. It's a little bit easier for you, huh? We're gonna accept you as the winner, archive this giveaway, and start the next one up. Same deal, guys. Exclamation point charity. We'll do that draw in a little bit over an hour from now, something like that. As a reminder, everybody has a chance to win. Exclamation point charity. Make sure you're following the channel. Subscribers have added chances to win. It's just kind of my way of saying thanks. Okay. With that, guys, we're going to take a look at our next game. Here you go. Got it ready to go. All right, so this is going to be the Hujam in the Prince Eugen. Now, Prince Eugen used to have a special place in most players' hearts because she was a tier 8 cruiser with a heal. And that's exciting. Everybody thought that was really cool. And then Wargaming decided to give, in this most recent patch, all mid-tier cruisers heals. So suddenly Prince Eugen lost a lot of what made her special, and frankly, that made the Hipper, the tech tree tier 8, superior to the Eugen. So Wargaming had to do something to make the Eugen more attractive. And what they did was they gave her increased AP pen angles, similar to that of what was it again? The dockyard ship at tier 9. Blucher, right?
Blucher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yay, I guess.
It's something.
It's
Yeah,
something. It's something. But
I
beyond
only played
that,
the ship once before the patch, and that was like well over a year ago when I first got it. And
right.
I remember playing like the Hipper a lot, but that was like back in 2017. And I enjoyed that ship back then. I actually liked it a lot, even though it's one of the ships that are under 50% win rate for me, but I still like playing it. But this ship, it felt like the reload cut that this ship has compared to the Hipper. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
and
a
that's-
pretty significant nerf in firepower.
Right. And that's why I said generally the Hipper is a better choice. But it is what it is. So she does still have decent armor. She's got that turtleback thingy, got the heal, got the 6 kilometer torps, has the hydro, and it's got the 1/4 HE pen too, right?
Yeah.
So yay for all of those. And as far as the reload is concerned, I guess Lutyens makes it a little bit better, and you don't have to throw Lutyens on a tech tree ship. So, you know, on the Hipper.
Getting to that 100 hits takes a while.
That's the only negative, yeah.
You're likely not going to accomplish it for the first half, so
Right.
probably by the time you get it, it's irrelevant.
Right. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the build then. This is a random battle, so main armaments mod 1, damage control, aiming systems, propulsion, and then concealment. Now, as you said, you don't really play the ship that much, so there's no point investing in a coal module until you know you like the ship and you're going to play it a lot, like, say, ranked battles, right? Because right now it's tier 8 ranked. So if you're going to main the Eugen, then you'll do that. However, I'd say if you're going to main a German cruiser with a heal, Mines is far superior now in ranked.
Yeah.
So, whatever. But beyond that, nothing else really to talk about here. Your maneuverability, 10.9. It's a little high, so you could make the argument for that instead. And that comes down to how you play the ship. If you're doing a lot of kite away games and you know how to kite away, then propulsion is going to be much more valuable for you. But for players who hit W 4 times and then never touch their throttle, then steering gears is probably a better choice.
Side note, you can also put on Hydra mod if you play Prince Eugen a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then
I have
you're
coal to spend. There's nothing really to spend coal on, anyways. But
right.
Just the ship. I mean, I've played it a lot recently just because of the bounty thing, and you get
Mhm.
like 5 points for playing it. Just to get more. I don't know. I'm just pretty much playing it for the mission.
Sure.
But, yeah.
Now you don't have. I just noticed you don't have Last Stand. So in slot 2, you could have also gone Engine Room Protection, maybe, just to keep your rudder alive, especially.
The
So,
rudder is okay, just the engine just explodes because German engineering.
Guys, I remember back in the old 2016 days when a random AG shot blew up the engine. You guys remember that? I mean, it was stupid.
Those are good
German
old days.
German engineering, bitches. So, 21-point captain with loot yens, looking with grease to gears, which a buffed skill, demo expert, gun feeder, adrenaline rush, superintendent, survivability, top grade gunner, and outnumbered. So yes, definitely looking at medium to long range guns, all the guns.
Yeah. This is
looks more PvE.
Yeah, it does.
This works PvE. This also works on the bigger ships like Aegir and all the other eSIM games and Bremen and Mines.
I'm just confused
I find it
to
pretty
see
general.
no concealment expert.
Right.
For randoms?
It's kind of like a half-hearted lighthouse build.
Yeah, it's a half-hearted lighthouse. It's
Well,
kind of set for survivability a little more than without the concealment.
Personal opinion
But
here.
I
If you
definitely want the, I love, what's it called? Outnumbered. Especially on German ships. I don't know why. It just seems to make a huge difference on the German, especially the bigger cruisers like Schroeder and.
It does. It makes you get a notable benefit if you're using battlecruiser dispersion like Aegir.
Yeah, and Aegir, yeah. But since like Lucian's works on so many ships, so this is about as general of a build I can put that can work on so many ships at the same time without having to constantly rebuild them.
That is very much. That is very much the problem with loot yens. Is you have to do a generalist build. So I still. Okay, I'm sorry, but demo expert?
Yeah,
why?
I would not take demo expert on a general build.
I mean, I'd go
they
priority.
Just limited on 2-point. Yeah, the 2-point skills. Like, yeah.
This is where I go.
Target is I agree with Zath here. Priority target is a great option. You could put in Eye in the Sky. For
Eye in the Sky. If I was when I was playing just Bremen, trying to do the clasp with it. Was all on Eye in the Sky before. But then with the Mines buff and all the other tier 8 stuff, and then goofing around with them in ranked, I went with a more generalist, what I believe a more generalist build for her, getting as much survivability and offense at the same time.
D barely does anything for the German cruisers. It's basically like you'll get more value out of Eye on the Sky with one ship than you would to get them DE for every ship, honestly.
Right.
Yeah. If they had if there's only a spotter plane on the ship, this would have.
Well, and then
more than
again,
mid-tier German cruisers, that would have been. It would always be Eye in the Sky, honestly. But
and that's where that generalist build comes into play. Now, as far as priority target is concerned, the reason I like priority target is I know how many people are targeting me. That doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but if there's 3 versus 1, that's huge, right? If there's 1, I'm probably looking at the one that's targeting me, so I can dodge their shells, I can play mind games with them just fine. If there's 3 targeting with me, then I need to be more attentive. Where am I showing side? Is that one of those people shooting at me? Now, yes, you can get away with all that without priority target, but that requires you spending a lot more time trying to figure out who's looking at me. Then you have to physically look at turrets, so you have to look for shells in the sky. So to me, priority target's benefit is that if you're kiting, if you're playing at long range kiting, minimap handles all your awareness skills. You want to go back to that last battle?
Yeah, human.
Yeah, you can get overwhelmed on the minimap even. Yeah.
I find that a lot of people
I'm just messing with you.
overestimate their. It's like, oh, you don't need to skill because just compensate by having more awareness. That doesn't factor in the practical human factors. Like
Yeah.
when you're shooting, you're going to be concentrating on aiming. You're gonna naturally require more effort to aim. So that dulls your awareness, and that's how people can shoot you and get
Now-
easy citadels.
Now, when it
When I
comes
say
to
generalist, what I'm saying generalist too, this also includes like ASIMs, playing ASIMs and playing operations. Like
I would
also, I mean, that's
not
why I was talking
recommend
about
that.
the not for priority target, but you know, just for concealment expert.
Yeah,
The generalist build.
right.
Because if you're the concealment in PvE is kind of almost 4 points wasted, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
It is wasted, but you're trying to do too many things now. You're trying to make a build that builds that works for everything, with every single situation, but now everything suffers because of that.
Yep.
yeah, that's true.
Yep. And at that point, why not just go steering gears? You know, I mean, at least you can dodge a little bit easier when things come your way.
Yeah, the double rudder.
I mean, you can improve the fire chance. That's true, Wolfie. Sure. That extra 1% helps you get another fire. Sure. Just keep in mind that there are limits to how many fires you can set on ships. So, I don't know. Anyway, this is the build you've gone with. It's a generalist build. It's not the best. This is the Zath Hat Show. Yes. Oh, I redid how I did my thing here so you guys can see more of the build stuff. Sorry. This is the reason why I like the skills rework. 21-pointer unique captains can be set up. Specialists for each ship type. Yes. Very true. Very true.
Well, it doesn't mean that you can make a build that fits Prince Eugen, Mines, and Aegir very well. You just have to pick one ship and go with it.
That's right. It's like Helfric.
I mean,
You're
if
trying
it was
to...
just for Bremen, then it would be a different story.
Yeah.
Even when I was trying to do the class for Hindenburg, I actually moved this captain over there, and it was its own build altogether. I actually didn't use Superintendent on the Hindenburg attempt. But,
What's up, I Can't Swim? Thanks again for your gifted subs on Friday, by the way. Go ahead, SAT.
So a few tips for the build. If you want to make it as general as possible, just take Concealment Expert. Sure, you're not going to get use out of it in PvE, but it is invaluable in randoms unless you're doing Lighthouse build. So it is worth essentially losing that 4-point skill for PvE.
You know what's kind of funny is I've got most of my builds switched around to PvE, and I've just been going in ranked with them, just saying, screw it, I don't care.
yeah, I mean, it'll work.
Yeah, ranked you can kind of get away with it because there's less people shooting at you.
Sure.
And if you're playing close range anyways, well, concealment's less valuable.
Right, right. Now, I think we beat this to death, so let's just move on. As Hujam said, he doesn't play the ship that often anyway, so I understand why you're just gonna toss a random 21-point captain in. It just happens. Hey, I got Luyens. Let's throw Luyens in. Whatever.
Yeah,
So
your ship had a little bit slightly faster reload. When I think about, but I mean, there's still I still have 2 more days of bounties, and
dude,
it's either this or play Bismarck, the regular Bismarck, or this ship, or what was the other couple?
Just get chunked for half your damage at the start of battle. Reload, problem solved. You've got to heal. It'll be okay. Anyway. Signal flags, HP boosting, fire reduction, fire flood chance, fire chance, heal boosting, speed, consumables, and then finally hydrophone and hydro boost.
I think I just clicked on the recommended, let it pick, and just went on.
This one's pretty expensive, but you can use it. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Let's get into the battle then.
It depends on the PvE build. Like, the main thing for most ship is just taking concealment. If you have that, you can probably do fine in randoms.
Yeah.
Battleships will mostly just want fire prevention, so you can kind of get away with it. The thing is, you're kind of doing suboptimal at that point. But if you don't want to respec, that's perfectly fine. If you're playing a destroyer or a cruiser without concealment expert in randoms, yeah, you're not going to have fun.
Very true. Very true. Burnt, thank you very much for the bits, by the way. I love how you say goodbye with 100 bits. Appreciate you, man. And enjoy your yard work.
And Wolf? So there is a limit to that. Like, no matter how good a player is, if you're not going to outspot an enemy destroyer if you don't have concealment expert. Sorry, not even John the Ruthless can make that happen. You can play around it, but it doesn't. That doesn't change the fact that your ship is significantly degraded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the very edge of the map spawn here. So I'm either... My thinking is either go to this one main island right here and hang out here, where a lot of people like to hang out, or push all along the edge to that very corner island, and then sit there, use the island cover.
Straight 8s.
Yeah. Catch, catch any random spotting from the aircraft carrier or somebody else is moving in. But then I notice our battleship is ditching us completely.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
always
guessing
fun
the
to
best
see.
play would to just go to that corner.
Look, you're kiting
Island.
away. What do you know?
Yep.
Lots of battleships to farm with your HE. Cruisers that show their sides go boom with your AP. And then a damn sub.
So actually, pretty good. Yeah. There's no destroyer here to kind of abuse your high
Lack
detection.
of concealment.
And,
Yep.
Yeah, and staying in the islands here also helps limit that too. So this is about the best case scenario given your build.
Yeah.
Now, personal opinion, I might have stopped at that island where the Rochester is. I might have just stopped.
Yeah.
After you, sir.
I would also load AP.
After you.
Requesting assistance.
I would
What are
load
the
AP here, but I think you just forgot to switch it since you haven't played the ship.
Yeah, because that initial bump, higher chance of being able to smash a cruiser with AP than I'm just gonna shoot with HE.
This is a very risky maneuver here.
Mm-hmm.
If another cruiser was in that slot and they would have caught your broadside and you would have not had a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, look, the sub's dead. What did the sub do to deserve the insult? Existed.
Spotted here. Start hauling it to the island as much as hauling it where the prince is. Because I'm not sure where the spotting is coming from exactly.
Ooh,
Is
Edinburgh.
it coming from the center or from that one little gap islands? It's kind of forced where exactly, and then it's like, oh, okay. That's where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only one place it could have been spotted from. So, well,
Yeah.
now Bayard's revealed himself.
Concentrate fire on the designated
Yep.
target.
I would
A little
almost
early,
like.
don't you think?
I'd almost try
early
to.
on the shot here.
I'd almost try to beach on purpose just to have a little bit more room to shoot him.
Yeah, you got penetrations, but I think you shot a bit early. You could have almost had citadels there.
Yeah.
Yeah, your angles are improved, but not that much.
Well, like I
Still
said,
pretty
the
good
rendering of the
damage.
game compared to, I don't know if I said it before, the rendering of the game, the ships always look flatter than they actually are.
Are you blaming lag?
Yes.
At least you're not detected. True. Now, he is now, though, but the Turpit's pushing is a bit of a threat.
Yeah.
Eh.
I might
Nothing
switch
a
to...
little AP.
Yeah.
AP?
AP in the superstructure until he DCPs. He DCP'd. Go back to HE.
Yeah, no, just like switch. Switch.
Son of a... Always the wrong ammo. Always.
Well, very ideal situation here. You're in a forward position, enemies are
Yep.
yellowing into you, and
Yep.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
behind a just shallow enough rock to shoot over the island.
Yep.
Also, this is the part where you never light a fire.
Well, you can't with AP. But don't worry, he's got demo expert, guys. It's pretty piss poor.
And things are
performance.
still getting spicy. I'm not sure what the team's doing, why they just want to keep lining across, just come across this middle area.
I want to know what this
Wow.
Bayard is doing.
This is what happens when people don't have spotting. They just
Hey, pal.
don't understand how to play. Nice kill. Nice kill.
Jesus. The shells,
Yeah, Bear needs a buff now.
right?
Yeah, I'm trying to give him the cost to give him, give it the heal that it requires.
At this point, you're kind of greeting. You're tunnel visioning. You should be focused. You should be looking ahead on where to position now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But honestly, if they're just gonna keep running across this middle area for some reason,
Oh, look at San Diego.
the only thing I don't get is what the teammate next to me is doing. I don't think I've seen a shot come over anywhere. If he was,
Spider.
I don't know what he was doing.
So the thing is, your valuable position is kind of not that useful anymore. The
No.
island
Yeah,
here is
yeah.
a little bit too tall to shoot over.
Yeah.
Iparanga and whatever that other ship is, they
Washishu.
kind of just don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
made them
they
all run
figured it out.
away. You made them all run away, which is
Just some kinda-
hilarious.
There's like a trapdoor spider just hanging out over here.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Come to the dark side. He has cookies. No, Kitsune, because I didn't know if that was a sub replay or not. I asked you on Discord. I didn't hear a response, so holding it for the end if it is or not. It was.
So this
Okay.
is this is a good example of what used to be a good, amazing position. Now is kind of like outlived its usefulness.
Right.
The thing is, you're still holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like your damage went from like probably 50k here, and now you've done essentially nothing for the last 2 minutes.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
So a really good lesson here. Like your initial positioning, as I said, very, very good. Punish the Bayard, punish everyone that tried to run through middle. But after overstaying your welcome, you've essentially lost out on trying to punish other ships. Like the
Yes.
Edinburgh could have been punished. You could have gone after Turpits there for a bit, and then you would eventually catch up to Baranga, or maybe the what's Washington again? I forget what ship that is.
That's
Zeton clone.
Zeton, yeah.
I call it the Washishu because it's just easier.
Can we call it the washing machine?
You haven't seen Dances with Wolves, have you?
Nope.
Chat, you know what I'm talking about? Washishu. I don't think we've done your replay. No, we haven't. And Wolfie, the colored shells, I think the yellow is AHE. I have a mod where it's supposed to go, I think, blue for AP, red for HE, because I'm colorblind. But I don't think it loaded properly with the with Aslings. I think there were some problems with some of them.
Preemptively firing your torpedoes like that. I would keep one in there just for that
For
situation.
like this
there.
moment right here. But it doesn't matter, he died anyway.
Well, the main thing, I wasn't sure what the cruiser in front of me was doing. My teammate that
Rochester?
came over here. Yeah, I don't know if he had like torps or if he had something else, or if he was trying to do something else. So I didn't want to like get in the way of his plan, so I just preemptively launched him.
Just shoot
No
him.
corpse.
You're not going to. You don't care about him. They don't do any damage.
Well, look, the Iparanga turned around.
It's coming over here.
Get him.
Nice.
You destroyed an enemy cruiser.
And then, of course, the instinct will turn in, because you know he'd probably luck chuck torps at you.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly, Wolfie. So, I just haven't remembered to double check that. Been a little distracted IRL.
Now we're just
The other
leaving
thing-
island to island.
The other thing is, with SAT talking about coming away from your position and you know, getting out there, you lost your outnumbered. So,
Yeah, I
like,
lost it now. Yeah.
I gotta go get my outnumbered. Yo, charge!
I mean, at this point, you know, it's outnumbered isn't applicable anymore. But when it comes in, it makes such a big difference. Yeah, you said.
It's not that big of a difference on cruisers, though.
Yeah. And yeah, there's also, if anybody doesn't remember, the hole in the armor in the Iparanga, it's still there.
I
It's
see
very
that.
easy to hit, especially when you're flat broadside.
Where is this hole now? Just under the smokestack?
No, it's under the back turret. The first back turret.
Oh,
Yeah, you can Citadel it with Cruiser AP. It's
Yeah, you can
kinda
actually
silly.
Citadel with a destroyer AP.
Yeah, they're not gonna
It's a
fix
straight
it.
hole. Yeah. And it's
wow.
just like, since it's a minor weakness and it's a shot that you have to take. Yeah.
You have to get kind of lucky to hit it, but it's a funny thing to do.
Yeah.
Ipraga regretting life choices and then saved by the bell. True. Wolfie, this is almost a complete flip from your game. This was just a Wampa Stompa game. Both flanks completely just demolishing the enemy.
Yeah.
I mean,
But a nice little
ridiculous.
reminder that Iprong does have a hole in its armor.
Yeah,
Anybody forgot.
right?
Everybody's
That's
like,
good.
yeah, Iprong is like one of the strongest secondary boats until like some cruiser quadruple citadel is used to that back hole and
Right.
you're just limping away again.
Well, if you manage to get to Iparong's broadside, he lets you do that, he deserves it.
Yeah. But it can't get away with it like the Los Andes and the and Libertad can get away with it.
Which is good.
Yeah.
So, chat, what are we going to title this replay? Did this go to YouTube? What do you guys think?
So, basically, this was just free farm. Literally, just watch the enemy go in because they don't know what they're doing. You punish their broadsides. Then you hang around a little bit too long because you were basking in the glory. And then you just punish them, punish turbos for pressing W, and then bro for just not realizing you exist.
When outnumbered becomes useless? That could work.
I mean, a lot of it's really just punishing enemy stupidity. But I do have to admit, that position on the F10 was really, really nice.
Yeah, it seems like this side of the map is better than the other side of the map for the island cover.
Oh, yes.
That
used to have a lot better approaches. It's like it's always been an unbalanced map, but a lot of people hate it.
Yeah, the south side is much better on the right. You see it abused in clan battles all the time.
Yeah.
What do you think of
thing in rank? People love going wide or straight in. Either way, it's a better position. Whichever way you want to do it on the south side, you go straight into the cap corners. On this side is a lot easier to do than it is from the other side, and it's got better cover too.
I noticed right went up center. Yeah, there's just the sub, and that was it in this game. Otherwise, it was only cruisers and battleships. So they went to the flanks, and some of them chickened out as soon as they made contact with the enemy. Said, "Oh, I don't want to be here." Yeah, the carrier spotted. That's true. So, punishing stupidity, would that be a good title?
Yeah.
It's a funny trait of no destroyer games. People once you have no destroyers, people instantly forget how to play.
Yes.
Well, although in fairness, that kind of assumes that they knew how to play in the first place, which is sometimes a dubious assumption.
Yeah, it's either becomes an incredible stalemate where nobody goes anywhere, like they just go behind like to the corners of the map, or right around those islands and never go. And like the second one battleship pops up anywhere, it's just fire coming into one ship. Or somebody pushes too hard and then everybody just kind of follows and it's like, hey, that guy knows what he's doing.
Yep, and a lemming train into a crossfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a very fast battle. All right, well, punishing stupidity. Thanks for that replay, Hujam.
Yeah. Honestly, I've played like 10 games in this, and I've only won like 3 of them. Not because I'm not trying. It's just Prince Eugen right now feels pretty tough to play. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's always been this way. But
she's always been that way.
Mm-hmm.
Her survivability gimmick was never that great, considering her firepower was absolute crap. Like Atago was straight up better in 99% of the situations.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
And even with the AP change, arguably that didn't do anything. It just made it a little bit better when you're punishing broadside cruisers. But as for the ship overall, she still kind of half cries because you really read 10 years.
The big
Yeah.
thing about Eugen is her range. She's got very high range for her, like, for being a tier 8 cruiser. So you're almost incentivized to play at long range lighthouse build, which you can do in like, the tier 10. I'm just drawing a blank all of a
I
sudden.
mean, you have to do it with the tier 9. The Hindenburg.
Hindenburg,
I mean,
Hindenburg, yeah.
the rune, you kind of have to play range. I mean, I try to play
Yep.
like the 2017 rune, you know.
Yeah, but that's what I
with
mean.
The, I immediately switched it off the range, and I started like, you know what? All my tier 9 cruisers I'm grinding, I'm going to be playing range because it's too brutal anything closer. And
It's tough out there, folks. Yeah.
yeah.
But that's
And
how
those-
I play Eugen. I do the same thing. I just play max range, fire starting, or lighthouse build, whatever. Don't care.
This is where I just call it skill issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that was 2017 when I first started. The skill issue was there. It was just like having a hard time surviving and like
Mm-hmm.
dodging shells anything closer than 17. It's just like maybe 19 or 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Increasing range is just the easy way to get out of that.
Absolutely, it is.
If you want to really min-max your performance, though, then you just learn how to dodge. But that's up to
Yep.
the individual. You can do both depending on how you want to play.
There you go, Silver. All right, so let's finish off this replay. Then we'll cut to the Bria back screen, and we're gonna get your next replay ready, which is the Rodney in ranked.
No, this is in random too.
It's
Like
a
I said,
random.
This is
Okay.
another. Yeah, this is the brutal reality of just trying to get stupid randoms missions for this bounty thing, which is just play a Rodney in randoms to get 5 extra points in the thing.
Uh huh. Oh, okay.
5 losses later, I finally got this game. Not that I wasn't trying, it was just Rodney's actually pretty tough. I didn't think it was going to be that hard after Nelson. I thought Nelson was pretty easy to play, but Rodney kicks it up a little.
Rodney's not that great in randoms. She's
No.
meant to be more of a close range battleship, but
Yes.
randoms, unless you get down tiered, you kind of get stuck at longer ranges, which is not fun.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's AP or 18-inch shells. It's actually one of the lowest damage AP shells.
Yeah.
18.
British
Just
thought
overmatches.
British thought that low shell weight, high velocity was the way to go. Yeah, they didn't do well. They didn't do that again.
No guns in this fight.
No way.
Yeah.
All about Marceau and Clem.
And I mean, I had pretty good luck in Nelson before, but of course I haven't played Nelson in a long time either. But at the same time, like I wasn't expecting that low of damage on AP shell hits.
So Nelson's AP alpha is 12,000 per AP shell.
Mm-hmm.
Rodney is 10,800. That's the
Yeah.
equivalent of like a 14-inch shell in most other games, most other ships.
Mm-hmm. Chat,
I
we're gonna
looked it
run a
up, like,
commercial
the-
break while we get set up for the next replay here. We're back.
Cayuga actually has more damage per shell than Nelson does, or yeah, Rodney. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Here's Kitsune's game. Okay.
Hyuga, it's 10,200. It's still slightly less.
oh, slightly less, yeah. Oh, it's similar, but it's not as yeah.
Yeah, but it's in the same class, which is should not be It should not be that a 16-inch shell should be in the same class as a 14-inch.
Mhm.
Rodney, you need kills to get tokens. I'm gonna have to look at this when we get to live play.
No, you only got a couple days left in the thing, anyways. The bounty hunts. It ends on the 3rd.
Oh, is that part of the bounty hunt thing? So you have to play as a
Yeah, yeah,
bounty
yeah.
to do it as well?
You can play as a bounty, or you can just play the ship. Either one or the other. They have
Huh.
like a certain set of ships you can just play. And then if you
Okay.
get kills, you get extra points or whatever with those certain ships.
Got it. So that doesn't matter to me because I don't really do randoms anymore anyway.
Yeah.
Sune Johnston. Okay.
It's fun. I've been kind of hopping back into randoms again. It's just the ops. I don't know what's going on with the people playing ops, but I don't know. The last couple weeks have been
More miserable
Frustrating.
than expected.
Yeah.
feels like I'm sweating to play operations to get a win, and I'm like,
Rubbing his nose all.
I mean, yeah. There is a fake letter in this one, y'all.
Takes a Delny torpedo.
Anyway, I should probably get the thing loaded up here.
All right, for those of you guys struggling to play Borderlands 4 at launch, I'm on a 3080 Ti. These are the settings that I have found work well for me. Okay, yes, I'm FSR instead of DLSS, but that does allow frame generation in my 30 series graphics card. So that allows me to lock in 30 frames per second limit so that I can go up to 60 frames per second. So that's the idea there. And then the other things to remember is in the NVIDIA control panel, you want to set to prefer max power, and also your shader cache should be set to 10 to 100 gigabytes in size, whichever one you can accommodate. 10 gigabytes.
All right, let's get the shot here. Rodney.
In Windows 11 settings, also for graphics, you want to make sure hardware accelerated, something scheduling.
Does this zoom make your ship look fat? Yes.
Okay. Well, Rudy is going down. There's no way he survives this. Right? Right? Right?
As he goes, as he just Homer Simpson's behind the island and heals. Yes.
But there is a death pick in this one too.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right. Looks like commercial break's about done now, so let's get to... Yeah. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at the Rodney. Now, the Rodney is a Tier 7 British battleship. She's the sister ship of the Nelson, and it's a historical design. The British Navy said, well, wait a second. Could we save on weight, essentially, by... you know, putting all three 16-inch turrets in the same general part of the ship. And so you lack the rear firing angle, with the idea being that it's much easier to bring all of your guns to bear. That's the idea, okay?
And also you condense the Citadel into a smaller part of the ship.
Exactly. So you save weight, right? Because there's less armor plating that you have to throw out, or less thick armor plating you have to put out there. So that was the design choice behind that. The British discovered there were some negative things about that. There's some good history that you can read up about that, about the topic. But suffice to say, they stopped building battleships that way for a good reason. In World of Warships, Nelson and Rodney are two very different boats. Nelson has a super heel. She's got the 16-inch guns with the AP and HE, but, you know, that's about it. Rodney doesn't have the super heel, instead has engine boost, and it's got the funny torpedo, the same kind of funny torpedo that you get out of the St. Vincent line, the battle cruiser line. Historically, it's one of those underwater torpedo tubes that Wargaming refused to render for so long. And then they decided to give it to a whole class of ships, and then, oh, we'll give it to Rodney too. This is one of my favorite ships to play in ranked battles. If you are looking to play a battleship in Tier 7 ranked, God, this is so fun. The amount of times that you can troll enemies by getting them to charge you right into your funny torpedo and then they die, chef's kiss, man. It's great. I even did that to Scheist on stream once in a ranked battle. He couldn't believe it. So, yeah, that's where the ship shines. You guys were talking a little bit in between about Rodney versus Nelson. And to me, when it comes to random battles, neither of them are great, frankly, personal opinion. I don't like their armor scheme. Their armor scheme isn't strong enough to deal with bow-on AP from 16-inch guns. And to be honest, that's a real big problem for these boats. Promoa, thank you for the resub. Underwater rendering? I don't know exactly, Snowmonk, what the argument was or whatever, so. Also, the London Treaty effectively being dead meant the British had less limitations for the design of new battleships. This is true. For Nelson and Rodney, they were trying to save on the weight, the tonnage. That's true for the Washington Naval Treaty. So, yeah, in the game, she's a hell of a lot of fun. Rodney is in ranked battles. You can get away with silly things too in PvE, but I think ranked and brawls is really where it's a lot of fun. No, it's fine, Snowmongoose, you're good. So Who Jam's build, main armaments mod 1, damage control mod 1, aiming systems, and then finally propulsion mod 1. Now you have, I think, standard DCP. Yeah, 15 seconds. Okay, so DCP module doesn't work too much. This is an example of a ship that I would absolutely put engine boost mod on. Any ship that has an engine boost, it's really handy to put that on. And as you said, you've got a ton of coal. I'd throw it on. Aiming is fine.
Yeah, I actually don't like playing these ships, and especially in ranked or whatever, because one good player can just oust at you and will wipe you. You'll get Death Star. I've done it a million times.
Tier 7's typically played in bronze, and finding a good player is kind of finding like a albino animal in the wild. Pretty rare.
Yeah,
and
but I've struck so many of these ships, it's kind of hilarious, but
yes, but that's you. And so the thing you think about too is the weaknesses, right?
Yeah.
We do it about every hour, Dutch, so I don't know, maybe another 30 odd minutes or something. After this replay, we'll take a look and see. So you know where to hit, so you know where not to be hit, right?
Yeah.
Give it a try, but I think you'll find that the funny torpedo to be extremely satisfying. Now, for your captain,
I actually landed a couple of them this game.
Yeah. For your captain, you've got Cunningham. Now, Cunningham has some buffed skills, which you haven't used. You're using him for the talents, right? So you get where is it
the
here?
Same build I'm running on. It's the tier, the one with the big
St.
guns.
Vincent.
Yeah, well, not St. Vincent. Well, I would use this for Thunder, but mainly for I can't remember the
Conquer?
name now. No,
Conquer?
Which
the other
is it,
premium,
tier 10?
the steel premium. I keep forgetting the name.
Cunningham?
Incomparable.
Oh,
This is the build I wouldn't have on it for that, just for the turbo, the speed boost and everything.
yeah. Okay.
Swift and
Okay.
Silence. Normally, I don't actually run Swift and Silence on BBs unless they have a speed boost.
You mean brisk?
Or not? Yeah, brisk. Yeah.
It's okay. So real quick, your talents, you've got, the big one is this one. You get 2 kills and you magically get another consumable. If you get Witherer, which means you got to spam HE all the damn time, which you're probably not going to do although I suppose flooding damage counts too, so funny torpedo stuff.
Does count.
So you do get a buff to both your torpedo 2 reload and main battery reload. And I suppose if you cause 4 floods, you also get a buff to your ship speed. Depth charges could work against subs there too. Ramming. Okay.
Yeah.
So your skill choices: gun feeder, brisk, adrenaline rush, improved pair party readiness, and then your typical tanky skills: emergency repair expert, concealment expert, and fire prevention. This is fine. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything I could really.
It's just the standard build.
Yep. Standard build, nothing to complain here.
Yep.
Nothing to really take advantage of, but at the same time, like, it's tough to say with a ship, like, if I would actually change it over to, like, super heavy or furious, too, but the heal isn't good enough to do either one of those, so I don't know. It's a tough choice.
That's something you run with Nelson, not with Rodney.
Correct.
Yeah.
The only question mark for you on this build is, do you want improved pair party readiness or basics? If you don't have slot for the DCP2 here, you could make the argument for basics instead of IR, but, whatever.
Yeah.
There are times where you're going to say, man, I wish I didn't burn as much. And there's going to be times where you say, man, I wish I had another heal. So
yeah.
It's kind of a null. For flags, you've got HP, heal boosting, and speed boosting, and that's it. So you're trying to conserve flags, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of might have forgotten how many flags I need. I didn't know at the time, I think, what to put with the ship. They just put the standard, like, semi-standard.
Oh my God.
Did I put the speed flag or not? I don't remember.
Did you just pay Wargaming to take away all the triangles in the game?
Right. You've got the speed flag. And yeah, I mean, the only triangles are the torpedoes.
I don't know what's been going on with these games. Like, the mid-tier games have just been strange. And I got top tier, which was the first for... I guess the matchmaker was finally being nice after being, like, bottom tier so many times in a row, and then...
Right.
Yeah, and this is easily ideal matchmaking. No destroyers to ruin your rushes. Cruisers are just gonna face tank you because they don't know how to play. Unfortunately, I'm not saying bad, but basically most people don't know how to play without a destroyer, and so they're gonna just face tank you and whoops, I'm a cruiser. I just blow up instead.
Mm-hmm. Now
So
you're
you should have a good
using
time.
engine boost plus brisk, so you can get stupid fast, so that you can get to A and surprise the enemy. Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah. Primarily to get that corner of that island to where if there's like a torpedo cruiser or somebody, I can shoot over it and, you know.
Yep.
It's a classic play at this side of the map.
It's a very protected spot.
Yeah.
Personally, I would just mosey onto that island. You're not in any rush. Since there's no destroyers, people are just gonna get impatient, and you just punish those who lose their patience first.
Hmm. Yeah, I would say if there's no if that damn carrier wasn't there to spot you, then, you know, surprise would definitely happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, let the enemy come to you. A lot of the times, people are just gonna get impatient and press W here.
Mm-hmm.
So you want them to push into you so you can torp their face.
That's right. Now, personal opinion, I haven't found the AP to be that great in this ship, mostly because the dispersion just always seems off. That was an amazingly tight salvo that you got out of those guns.
I know. I was expecting a whole lot. Then the result was like, wow.
Yeah.
So pretty.
I think all the salvos are going to look great because the 3 turrets are next to each other. You'd have to judge like how they actually hit the ship in order to see if it's good dispersion or not.
True. And yeah, well, if you fast for Rodney, right?
I'd actually go to the left of this island.
Hmm. Why is that?
Just slightly better angles, and you can... And it's a little bit easier to isolate on that island versus the one on A.
I see an Eastern Dragon right there for you to pop. If only your propulsion, your engine boost is still available.
Yeah. Honestly, if I was still, I would have been back a little bit further away. A good bit further away, actually.
Oh, look at the... All ahead fool is about to become the fool!
Either that or 3
Clobbered. Oh, double Citadel. 3 torpedo protection hits. That always feels great.
Yeah. This is the huge problem with that. Having the whole time I was in that run with the ship is things that you would think would immediately explode with the, you know, the caliber of the guns and what you think. It's like, nope, not all this shit.
So, how many torps are going to head towards you? 8 or 16?
I'm thinking all of them.
Enough to trigger... enough to trigger the IRPR.
Yeah.
That's the best part, right? I would just start reversing and turn a little bit here. And look at these torpedo arcs. I mean, it's so great for just, you know, going fishing.
Torpedoes, direct front.
They're the best too because they're so spammable.
Yeah.
Like the next one will reload in 20 seconds, which is just about as fast as your main gun.
Look at that potential damage tick up.
And of course, this is the perfect gap.
Mind the gap.
He fired them like perfectly as they popped up. You can even shift them a little bit. He must have double clicked as fast as he could just to have them out there.
Because he knows he's about to die.
I'd consider healing right now, even though it's technically inefficient.
Why?
You're likely going to be taking more damage. There's 4 ships surrounding you, so...
Yeah. But nobody's got a shot on him. Just the Puso. Well, I would dip my toe into A just to start flipping it. I love the look at the torpedo. You're just like, plunk, plunk.
Just gotta keep him honest.
Engine boost activated.
So, broadside Fuso, how many... Okay, yes, you got frustrated with your AP.
Yeah. I was just like, let me just set him on fire this time.
Understood.
I wouldn't have left here though. I would have stayed, worked on the Puso, and then look, the Scharnhorst came out. Is he gonna?
Fortunately,
Oh my god, he took a torpedo.
That's why you launch these torpedoes like that. It's
Mhm.
so much fun. Can he punish you in time,
And
though?
and there's the see you later fire. As you just leave.
Well, I showed him the best armor profile the ship has, which is the the kiting away position.
Mm-hmm.
Even though at the time he fired, I was flat broadside to him. I'm sure.
And he dies. Good.
So this is why I almost always just shoot HE, and like when I play Nelson and people are like, Zath, shoot AP. It's like I get so frustrated.
Next question. Why'd you decide to go behind the island?
I was already moving this way. I don't know. It was
Why
just,
did you choose that in the first place, is what I'm trying to get at.
I was
Right.
just trying to do the whole like kite from the over the shoulder fire, and then I realized I moved too far, and then I'm like, oh.
Next question. Why are you kiting?
Yeah. Yeah, that it goes back to my statement, right? Like you could have just stayed there. You didn't have to turn and like start running.
Yeah, I didn't need to move at all. I mean, I realized
Exactly.
this, like after I did it, like I should have stayed there because he wasn't even shooting at me to begin with. Like it wasn't even him.
Okay. Now
you have
I'll-
a tier 6 like you can easily take on both ships at once. Like you don't need to run.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also, dude, the cap is not lava, okay? You can go in it. You're right next to it. There you go. Get in the water.
No. See, this is where you try to say, I'm trying to milk the game for more EXP. So the less time I spend taking a cap, the more time I can use to kill the enemy team.
The school of anything goes martial arts XP farming.
Yes.
Oh, look, a new ordeal. Bowser's can't cap. It's in the terms and conditions, right? I can't cap what I can't see.
Cap with a battleship. What? It's not our jobs. You shoot at other battleships. That's what we do.
Speaking of
We
other
sit-
battleships, look at sea cap. Oof.
Yeah, I know. That's just.
Rip your Wesser.
That's perfect. This is the perfect
Wait.
game.
You just got a close quarters. The Tuca.
Now the question is, do you want to go after New Orleans, or are you going to go meet the push head on?
I'd beat the push.
No, I'm just gonna go meet the push head on because.
Look, the new ordeal's coming to you anyway.
Wants to fight at all? They're coming to me. Yeah.
Oh
Of
my
course,
God.
New Orleans. Yeah, this is pretty much the perfect game. Enemies are willingly YOLOing into you.
You would have killed him with HE in the barrels, right?
Farm sits, please.
Yeah, this is pretty
And
much
this is when I
the
came to the
auto-scrolling
realization when
now.
I came over here, like, oh my god, all their battleships are still alive, and they're all over there, and they're coming here. Need to get into
Load the
a
HE.
decent spot. Yeah, load the HE, and then get into a spot where they can't charge me. Plus, they seem to actually doing some pretty good focus fire and just annihilating whatever battleships that are over there.
So the question is, what's your next position you're gonna take up?
I would go up here. I would go use this island as a shield for any of the battleships that go too far north. Get them out of fight.
Yeah, so that's where I'm going. I mean, I'm going up, and then I'm trying to see which way they're going. If they're actually going to go across the top, or if they're actually going to come down and make it at least as much of this as a one-on-one with each battleship.
Yep.
And whatever my team is doing. If they're going to
That's
join
a
in or not.
very important fact that most people do not do properly. A lot of
Isolate.
the times, yep, isolate. You want to fight as few people as possible.
This is it NBA's replay where he just went right in? Yes. This is exactly what we were talking about on Friday with NBA's game. He was in Shimanto, remember? And he went right through the middle of estuary, and we're like, stop!
Or rather, it's like, you should have gotten there earlier, and then, what are you doing? Please stop.
I mean, he stopped eventually.
Permanently.
Exactly. Omaha at 300, 500 something hit points? 500.
Good job slowing down, just not going ahead, unlike your Pensacola.
Slap the Pensacola on the rear. Go get him. Go get him, buddy.
Every salvo you take is one that's not for you.
That's right. Unfortunately, the King of Wows is now shooting at you with the secondaries.
You can tank it properly.
You've been torping your teammate.
Yeah, I don't know if he's even gonna make it.
But just to make sure, you're gonna torp him. imagine if team killing was still in.
You're not gonna finish off the runaway Congo?
I would have shot
choice.
I would have shot the Congo, absolutely.
And also, why are you pressing W? Was that accidentally press forward moment?
Into more of the secondaries, exactly. Don't need to do that.
Yeah, your
Well.
position was perfect. Now it's slightly overextended, but it's fine.
I like how you burned out the Congo anyways.
Yeah, that's why I didn't shoot him. I already have him on fire. And
Sure,
repaired, so
yeah,
it's just
uh-huh.
like,
Yes. You don't know if someone else wants to kill though.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm getting overwhelmed like with which decisions on who to shoot and who not to shoot, and
Oh, it's
and I
very
completely
easy.
Forget where this Scharnhorst is going, and I didn't realize I was on the shorter island.
Also, this is where you wait. Why?
Relook.
That looked like HE for some reason.
Hold down your left mouse button
APs.
or right mouse. Look over here. See how big the island is. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
What are you waiting
my
for?
God. What?
That is a dumb citadel, but no complaints here.
Omaha is shooting at you. Oh, you're backing up too much. See, this is again.
Yeah,
Relook. Relook. Look around you, and then realize. Oh crap! Wait a minute. I have no primary guns in the stern.
And worst of all, no torpedoes.
Yeah.
Well, he's got one if he keeps backing up, and the other guy stops. But yeah, you know.
Shoot your guns! What are you doing? Shoot them!
Ship is on fire.
Shoot her! Oh,
Like,
you're gonna take
you
a
got
torp up
jump
the
scared
stern.
so badly by the Scharnhorst, you forgot you had guns.
Yep. You also have torpedoes. Yeah, looking at the mini-map would help.
Front.
But that's why I like looking at the free look. Also, you have engine boost. At this point, he's already like, yeah, I'm dead.
Ship is on fire. Engine boost activated.
There you go. Speed up into the fire. Hurry, 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 hurry. Click everything.
I would have launched the torps first, but whatever.
Oh, hell yeah. Oops. Let's see. Break that. There we go. All right, chat. What do you guys think? Predictions. Is he going to get the kill? We can zoom in a little bit
I'll
here.
bet on Scharnhorst detonating to someone else.
Detonating, huh?
Mm-hmm. The WoW's greatest mechanic.
Nice last stand, indeed. And
It's definitely a very survivable last stand, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you've noticed a Scharnhorst creeping up on your aft, you could have easily just pressed W and killed King George.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well,
yeah, it's a very impressive last stand, but at the same time, it didn't need to be a last stand.
It was an unnecessary last stand. There could have been one after it. This should have been the penultimate stand. Ooh, could that be the title? Penultimate stand. Like the Monty Python skit. The penultimate summer. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look on YouTube. Penultimate supper. It's hilarious.
So this is not a guaranteed win, by the way.
What? You're up by one ship, and you've got 2 caps to their 1.
And that's dead Omaha. Or it should be dead Omaha.
It should be dead Omaha. But they're going to have difficulties. And this guy right here that you're zoomed in on, or well, I guess I must have left him on.
You were watching
he
him
doesn't do
probably because you
anything.
were screaming at him.
Yeah. It's like, why are you turning away? But then at the same time, it's like, oh, that's probably better you turned away. You are winning at the time. Or no, we weren't winning at the time, were we? No.
You have 5 minutes to play. Omaha is essentially has to AFK, so Seraph now has to do something. Your Gneisenau is pretty healthy, and he's not in any threat of dying. Your other battleship, the Koenig, he's AFK, and that's actually good in this case.
Yeah,
Seraph is running out of planes, so unless the Gneisenau disconnects and Seraph or Omaha somehow walks in, takes the cap right now, then you're fine.
Yeah, well, I was wondering if he comes back after him. He's gonna go after this Omaha, and at the same time, like, well,
that's fine. He's at 500 health, and he's
but it takes him a while. He's just like, oh, what are you doing?
He can miss 10.
Oh, 100
he can miss 5 times. It's okay.
100 point overpen just now. This Omaha is living a charmed life right now. Here we go, next salvo. There's the kill.
I've seen Omahas take out Gneisenau's at this.
Ay, 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 ay. Well, at this point, it should be a win now.
Yeah, it's a win now. I mean, it was, but for a second there, I was just like, oh, this is lining up to be another disaster.
Look, if it lines up to be another disaster, you can just stop playing for the day because the enemy has essentially won a lottery.
That's right. That's right. They won the moral battle. Look at.
Yeah, this was an e-game too, by the way.
I'm sure it was 250,000. Look at your base XP compared to second place, and it's a freaking Danu too. Jesus.
I think I actually looked it up. This is like the 7th highest damage game in a Rodney on the server.
Pretty good, and yeah, it was played almost perfectly. The only part where you messed up is at the end, where you backed up too much and Sean Horse kind of ate your butt. That could have turned it from a 250k game to about 280. And then maybe another kill once you get the Omaha.
Look, you didn't get enough potential damage for your IRPR. See?
Yeah, didn't. Yeah.
Should have had basics.
Yeah, I think you could have eked out a 3k base actually on this game if it was played perfectly.
Most definitely. Most definitely. But hey, whatever. I mean, it's a random battle. You had fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the enemy... it was a frustrating night playing the ship, but okay. I mean, this was
it's an exceptional game, even, and it's really just nitpicking. Like, it's really easy to lose track of everything in a heated battle like that.
So the big thing for you, we'll see it on the replay here. Let me put the replay render up. The big thing for you is when you went up into the mid, you went I think an island too far. You have to think of yourself in this ship as a fisherman. You cast your reel. That's when you get spotted and start getting shot at. And then you reel them in. And you reel them in. You pull back, right? And you reel them in while reversing. And you keep doing that. And you get them to charge you right into your torpedo. And then you just laugh. It's one thing I just love about this ship. You can't do this in so many other ships out there.
Yeah. So
titles, guys. I have an idea. I'm thinking spank that aft.
It's a good one.
No complaints from me.
Chat, yeah, other ideas for titles?
This whole time I've been playing this game, there's always been either a Miyoko or some Atago or some special version of one, like the premium ones, that just love to come in the cap and torp people, and it's just been a constant in this game ever since it came out.
Well, that's the curse. Never change.
Yeah.
Curse of torpedoes.
Yeah, you got extremely lucky with the torpedoes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to get that Sharnhorse right when he decided to come out and play.
That's the fishing part. Just keep throwing torps and he'll just run into one of them.
Exactly.
First notable mistake. Well, yeah, this is the first notable mistake. Just going behind the island when you absolutely did not need to.
Yeah. Right here. And you put yourself at tremendous risk to taking broadsides from 2 ships to do it.
If Sharn was a little bit faster, he could have actually hit your broadside there. Fortunately, that didn't happen, and Sharnhorse just died.
So I'm looking at the post battle, man. You did 8 shells to the poor Eastern Dragon for 36,970 damage. I mean, ouch.
But he honestly should have exploded on the first shot. I shouldn't have had to do a second shot normally.
I mean, that's battleship
Rodney.
life, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's more Rodney, just because you don't have that alpha.
Yeah.
Mhm. I suppose it was a Nelson and he had the same exact dispersion, that'd be dead Eastern Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, easily.
Hard to say. Nelson, you would not even been in that position to start with.
You'd hope
Yeah,
not,
I actually would have been a bit further back still.
because of no speed
so
boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have probably just rolled less, a less damaging roll.
Hmm.
Here's New Orleans, like looking the complete other way. He's like, wait a minute, there's a Rodney to my left. Boom.
I love the sight lines, right? So you can see exactly what they're looking at.
Mm-hmm. Like,
You get a better
what was he
idea.
doing?
Yeah. I think he was looking at the Verbius or whatever, the Tier 5.
All right. And then, yep, go ahead and pick on the Congo. He deserved it anyways. Beaching at the E4 island, I think, was a great decision there. It lets you to isolate most of the fight, and the few ships that can shoot you, they're Tier 5, so you don't care.
Right. And this is the part where you just slapped that Pensacola and said, go get him, Tiger. And then sent a torp behind it just to make sure he died.
Yeah. So for Rodney's specific gameplay, I do love the fact you were just spamming torps there left and right. That's how you use the Rodney torps. You don't need to aim. You just spam until it hits something.
So, right about here, where's the thing? Let me pause it. Right about here. Okay. Scharnhorst has gone behind you on the other side. You literally should have 0 fear at this point for anybody else in the game except the Scharnhorst. So you know what you do right here, dude? You press W 4 times.
Yeah, I should have went W full into here. That's when I knew that. I knew when it happened. I was just like, why did I keep reversing? I always sometimes forget about my throttle when I'm playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't realize. I just kept.
The decision to play on the E4 island was great. The problem is the micro positioning was not really great. Arguably mediocre, since Scharnhorst shot you several times throughout when he should not have had. And unfortunately, because of that because of the micro misplaying there, that ended up getting you killed when this was an easily survivable position.
That's right. What is the Issei looking at? Did you see his sight legs? Ooh, it's like looking all over the place.
I think he was looking for that Omaha, where he's going to come in from, or maybe he was looking for
the carrier. Maybe
he's probably looking for the carrier, but I think the carrier was all the way in C the whole time, and it actually never came out from there.
You know, I'm actually curious to see, like, there should be like a notable difference between an average player where their sightlines are, and then a really good player on like where their sightlines are. It'd be actually interesting to see 2 different replays showing that.
Yep, yeah, that's true.
So why did the carrier go all the way over to go on the Koenig instead of the
lower anti-air? Probably thought easier chance of striking. I don't get the feeling like he was that comfortable with the aircraft he was using.
Yeah.
Wesser or Serov?
Serov, the enemy carrier.
That positioning was actually fine. He was behind the enemy push for pretty much the entire fight, so I didn't see anything.
He's talking about striking the Koenig in the A cap instead of going after the Gneisenau now.
And a Serov, when your planes cycles a lot quicker, you just go after the closer target, I would think, right?
Yeah, you go after the closer target, especially since you've only had like a minute remaining anyways. No point going after Koenig.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, well, hey, thanks for sending the replay, and this was a very entertaining match.
Yeah. I mean, actually, I didn't know the Western spot on my side, and he went all the way over there. Wow.
Did he really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, well. He got a secondary kill, so there's that at least.
Yeah.
All right. Well, We're gonna move on to the next replay then, all right?
Okay.
Let's do it. So, Kitsune, if you're still here, I think that'll be your replay. We're gonna get set up for. I have to hit the bathroom, run a commercial break. We're gonna get words continued. We're on level. No, we're
detected on American soil. Lethal force
we need to
engaged.
flip it back around here.
All right, well, I'm off to go recharge.
Oh, these rooks have torpedoes. I forgot.
All right. So Kitsune changed his jump in sound. I see. All right, commercial break. Be right back, and then we'll do Kitsune's game of the Johnston, and then we'll round it out with Cobra's game. Cobra's game.
What that was. I thought I left something on my mic channel. I was like, oh crap.
I know. We're all just kind of like, huh?
Well, mute, disconnect. Okay, actually, I'm gonna go and disconnect.
All right. I'll see you later, Ujam. Thanks for hanging out.
Later. No problem.
So we're gonna do Kitsune with the Johnston,
He didn't need both salvos.
and finish up with the West Virginia 41.
Peyton is absolutely 100% a dead man here.
All right, be right back.
There it is. And the two Delnies survive.
Survive the experience.
That is a clip moment, if you ask me.
This
Big O has decided we need to do another hype train. Wow! Burnt tossing in another 5. Thank you so much, guys. When those of you that are new to the channel, if you're not sure how things work on Twitch, this is over on Twitch, by the way. I multi-stream on YouTube and Kick right now. But when we have hype trains on this channel, we have giveaways going that go the whole time. The hype train is up. We also have the special dirty water that we consume as a way to celebrate if we reach level 7. That's always our goal, is to get to level 7.
Enough for Pumbaa to win. Ooh, Malorzi just gets boongoed. Oh goodness! And then Rosgildier pops his crawling smoke in the Cerberus, his fancy crawling smoke. So he's just gonna take advantage of this Des Moines. But here comes the boongo shot. Let's follow this in. Clobbered. You just got bungoed, sir. The armory, go to Santa's gifts, and then these socks here, you want to click on these socks, and if you get the right order, you get a Santa's gift container. So keep that in mind, okay? Someone do me a favor and clip that just now so I can make sure I can get that out on my YouTube, okay? Go to the armory, go to Santa's gifts, and then click the proper order. Everybody's different, but just click around until you end up getting the right order and you get a free Santa's.
A lot of people do forget though, Mogador AP is disgusting at close range.
Oh yeah, it's got the 139.
Mogador's
All right, Kitsune, you ready for a replay?
range just fly around as a ship. Here's the first set of torps out. Looks like the Riga's gonna dodge those.
Yep, Shokaku takes a Citadel from, I think it's the Des Moines.
Yep. And it looks like Potato's
What
gonna.
are we seeing
wait,
here?
is Potato gonna get the? Yeah. What are we
What the
seeing
hell
here?
are we seeing here, guys?
He's trying to avoid the ram. I think.
All right, let's do this. Let's continue.
This is a cluster.
What the hell?
How are we doing on the giveaway here?
What the hell?
We started this at 12:10. We can do the draw.
Tell them to kill. Oh, there it goes. Tell them to kill each other and like not. This.
Shice, what's going on, Shice?
Yeah. Now Cager should.
How you doing? How you doing?
You would think, though. Donskoy is gonna try to get his guns.
In my opinion, and
Oh, hey, Loose.
really punish broadside anything. Granted, it's going to take a while to punish a battleship. Unless that happens. Jesus, we missed that.
Wow.
I just.
Well, he did get stuck
yeah.
against the island, so.
What's up? Still doing replay analysis. Be doing live play in a little bit, and I'll get into that new clan yours
We still
in a moment. Donkey, there you go. All right, is commercial over? Commercial's over, guys. We're doing our draw. This is for our earnings for our donations for Stack Up. So big thanks to you guys for doing all that, and thanks to the various companies for getting us all the game keys and stuff. Dutch is the winner. If Dutch is here, you've got two choices: Spin Hero, or Cloud Chasers. Trying to break 300k all day. Got 280,000. 3 times so far. Jeez.
Shogun P, RPR in the Holland with the torpedo build.
No, if it's last patch, I can't. Sorry, Luce. All right, so you can tell me which of these two games you want, Cloud Chasers or Spin Hero. Okay. Montana is your jam, yes. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna archive this draw and create a new giveaway.
Is this NSFW? I mean, I don't know.
Be back later. Yeah, we got 2 more replays to do, Shiest. And then we're going for that. Cloud Chasers. Okay, let's do it.
Dixbymail.com.
Somebody.
That means the winner of this next one will get Spin Hero.
76 calories per day.
And then I'll be officially out of game keys, which will be exciting. Because I've had some of these keys for a very freaking long time. Although I might have another way to get some more keys. I'll have to take a look and see. Okay, that's going. That's going. Let's go to my screen share. And again, highlight the game that just went. This is Cloud Chasers here. Sent to me from Blind Fluke Studio. So big thanks to them for sending the key. It's a dried up world that you live in, and you have to survive. There you are. Looks kind of interesting. These are the same people that make create Ground of Aces. That publish it, develop it, whatever. Both. So there you are. Anyway, we're gonna move to Kitsune's game next. This is oh, I have to load it. I have to load it because I wasn't sure if Kitsune was gonna. If this was Kitsune's sub replay or not. He said it was, so let's load it on up.
Another great clip moment right there.
And that reminds me, nope, I have to change also Kitsune. There we go, Johnston. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the Unhinged Kitsune and the Johnston, the Tier 9 Fletcher clone. Though she's not a full clone in the game, of course. There's some big differences with her. The biggest one is that she has an alternate firing mode, the F key there. It's burst fire mode. And she's one of the few ships where you actually want to keep it on burst fire mode. You actually have higher DPM in burst mode than in standard. Beyond that, is there anything else that's different? I'm trying to think.
Her torpedo tubes reload much slower. They take like almost 3 minutes to load as opposed to Fletcher's 1.5. But they do have more range to compensate.
Yeah, it looks like they're gearing torps at the 13.5 kilometer range instead of 10.5.
These are gearing 16.5. They're kind of like the YY torps.
Okay. Gotcha.
I know, it makes no sense. No standardization here.
Which is funny because once upon a time, Wargaming made a huge push on standardizing everything, and then they make them less standard after.
Yep.
You just take advantage of it, right? You just demolish it.
On the radar, it's a huge Wang. Pay attention. I love that skit from Austin Powers. So anyways, she's a fine boat. She's a fun destroyer. Not a lot of people like really enjoy playing her. You got her for free in the past for logging in, playing enough games, so that was cool. Beyond that, I don't know. I personally don't feel like she's that special to where I want to left and right play her. You can also arm HE and SAP, right? So you don't have AP capabilities, but you have HE and SAP. So it comes down to, it's very important which shell choice you're using, depending on the target you're shooting at, and their angling as well, right? So if you're shooting at a destroyer you want to be shooting sap at them if they're sideways to you or slightly angled. But if they're like bow stern on, you want to switch to HE. So you really have to think about, you know, ammo choice and stuff like that.
Primarily, you'll be shooting SAP. Sometimes you use HE if you want to light fires, or if the enemy wants to stay bow in or stern on.
Right, right. It also means that you have to be very good at aiming with SAP on, say, superstructure for cruisers and battleships and that sort of thing. So it requires a lot more thought than your standard, you know, like a Fletcher. So.
Yeah. Also, your SAP will pen 36. It's pretty solid. You will pen battleship bow and stern. You'll penetrate most cruiser armor, but you have to be careful against the more heavily armored ships. And especially, for example, the U.S. battleships, the Louisiana, they just recently got a big armor buff. So now there's very few places you can actually pen them.
That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Well, let's take a look at Kitsune's build. He's rocking a 13-point captain. Starting with the core build, I always recommend preventative maintenance, last stand, survivability expert, and concealment. There's no heal on the ship, so superintendent, not as important. From there, Kitsune went to main battery and anti-air. That's fine. Personal opinion, I might either hold for radiolocation or pick up adrenaline rush. I think these two are much more important than Mabas to start.
Yeah, you're almost, if you're going to play it aggressively and hit other destroyers, you're almost certainly going to get better use out of AR after the first engagement.
Yes. Yes. So, like, if you think about it this way, you get a buff to your main battery reload by 5%, but if you get into that initial engagement and you've lost a bunch of hit points, you automatically have that. Oh, by the way, your torpedoes reload faster too. So
you're easily going to hit that 5k threshold in the first destroyer engagement.
Yep.
If he shoots back, of course.
Yep. So I would say Adrenaline Rush is more valuable than Boss. It comes down to how do you want to play the destroyer. If you want to hunt enemy destroyers, which honestly I think is a really good use of your skills and abilities in a destroyer, radiolocation is going to be the bee's knees. And then for our flags, we've got HP, fire reduction.
Do you want to talk about what else he can use the skills for? Because he's only has 13 invested.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Why is he taking turbo? This isn't turbo rotation. This is main battery mod 3 to help with reload for guns, which you absolutely want, right? I mean, that makes sense. As far as other skills, so we kind of highlighted Adrenaline Rush and radiolocation. One of the problems of going with Boss also is, as you can see, if you take these two skills, you're left with not a lot of other choices in the build. One consideration is actually Dazzle. Get detected, you're faster, it's harder to hit you. Comes in very handy in a destroyer knife fight. Although if you've got radiolocation, you already know where to point your turrets. Maybe it's not as important. What else do you think would be good ones to highlight? Fill the tubes?
Fill the tubes is viable. It does cut down on the big reload. It's not a core part of her build, so you can go without fill the tubes. I would consider, if you're doing more of a support build, support destroyer builds also like to be anti-destroyer builds, since you both support your allies with smoke, and then you kill the enemy destroyers denying their spot. So Superintendent is viable for that kind of role. You could do priority target or incoming fire alert. That extra situational awareness can help a lot, especially since you're always one big salvo away from dying.
Okay.
You could do. You could also take consumable expert, the 2-point skill, or consumable enhancement. Either of these skills is pretty good. You can get a little more smoke speed boost. You can also cut down on the reload, and that's pretty much all of the main alternative I would at least consider.
Right. Now, the nice thing about doing a build like this for Kitsune and anybody else who's thinking about, like, these are kind of for destroyer, especially if you're going to play randoms or ranked. Like, these are the musts, right? Like, you know you're going here automatically. So then it just comes out to where do you put the last 4 points? By the time you get to this point, if you're grinding up a captain like Kitsune is, you should generally know what you really want out of that ship. Do I want more gun damage and reload? Do I want more gun range? Although I don't think the range is bad on this ship. You know, do I want to spam
Yeah.
torpedoes more?
You're hampered more by ballistics rather than range, anyways.
Exactly. Now, Superintendent isn't bad, as SAT mentioned. In that case, I'd probably go Consumable Specialist to round that part out. Worth noting, I didn't mention, but, you know, Engine Boost mod in slot 2 is a great choice as well for you. So, a lot of good options here, but unfortunately, you went here. So, if you want to keep this this build, then just round it out with Adrenaline Rush, Radiolocation, and any one-pointer skill that you feel like you need. Doesn't really matter. Consumable Specialist for utilitarianism. You probably don't need to worry about turret reverse because you've got radiolocation. You know where to point your turrets already. Liquidator probably doesn't matter, but hey, the extra chance of flood is great. Incoming fire alert, fine.
I would say Consumable Specialist would be the best pick. Incoming
that's what I
fire
would
alert
do.
if you really want that extra awareness, though.
Yeah. Right, because reload is still, I mean, whatever. Okay. So for flags, you got HP, fire reduction, flood reduction, smoke, speed, and then consumable reload. Fire and flood chance flags are good. To also take, but what if? And that's about it.
The fire flags actually make a big difference on the Fletcher because they have a 5% base, so increasing to 6 is a 20% increase to fires.
Right. That comes in very handy. Cobra, we're going to do your replay next, so hopefully you can stick around. So this is a Q drop, Q dump randoms.
Ooh, and also a very good Q dump too. This is the ideal matchmaking for Johnston.
Yeah. Yep. You just go beat up on the other destroyers, and you're hanging out with Wookiee, so that's probably why. It's Wookiee streams usually overnight, so very small populations. You get more Q dumps like this.
Okay, so this is ideal for pretty much every situation, almost every situation.
Oh my
Lion
god.
and Mob Bro will be pretty much a damage farm for you. Colorado and Synop are tier 7, so you should have no problems dealing with them. Fletcher, enemy GQ, Mass, all of these you can take on reasonably well. Tashkent, not so much, but yeah, I'll spot them so you don't care. And then Brindisi's your only real threats.
With
but
the
if
sap.
you can dodge his shots, then yeah, you're good.
Yep. I love the chat too. What is Marlboro? Wookiee's response: ass.
Also not very good for your lungs.
Not very good for your what?
Lungs.
Lungs. Oh, okay.
This is very, very aggressive. Oh.
Yeah. Considering, I don't know that I'd... If you have radiolocation, maybe, but even then. Jimbo, what's up?
Yeah. If the enemy destroyer was to fight you right here, you're essentially in a dead position.
Yep. Here's a shout out for Mr. Jimbo. Make sure you go toss him a follow if you can. He also streams. And if I remember right, you've been building up a more regular schedule, right? Okay, here comes the Brindisi. Like, this is where you need to be thinking about turning and running.
So you got extremely lucky here. If that GQ Johnny went in to contest the cap, you would be dead on the spot.
You'd be a goner.
Like, this is a huge lesson. You got extremely lucky. You don't want to do this again because you will not be lucky the next time this happens.
Right. No. There's also a strong possibility that GQ Johnny's torping the B cap once the torps are ready.
I would also consider using speed boost while you're in a cap, just so you can speed dodge a few more shots.
Yeah. Launching your official schedule tonight. There you go. You forgot to turn off anti-air. It happens. I forget too. But I'm glad you noticed it and turned it off right away.
Yeah.
Overturned a bit. And that's going to possibly get you beached.
Alright. So
slow down to half here.
Cap, what is your plan to do now?
Well. And I was trying to follow what Wookie was trying to tell me too.
Ah. Listen to the streamer, I see.
Yeah.
Yes. But remember, you're playing your own ship. He's playing his ship. He doesn't understand your situation entirely. So you are the one to make the final decision.
I was just about to say, you're turning back into the torpedo lane for this Brindisi. And look what happened. Torpedoes.
Yeah.
On the bright side, you're helping him, Wookiee out because he knows the torps are coming now.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got lucky because of speed, yeah.
Right now, it's just kind of more abusing luck here. And also, it kind of looks like you are not sure what to do, because you really don't seem to have... You're really kind of sailing around without any game plan here.
Yes. What I would be doing if I were you is one of two things. One, pop your smoke and start farming the Brindisi. He already smoked. He's detected. Get him out. That's option one. Option two, go to the sea cap. Both the enemy destroyers, the GQ Johnny and Fletcher, have been pushed back and are running away. Get the sea cap under control.
Lucky is nice, but skill is very consistent.
Sure.
And in a lot of the times, if you have enough skill, you don't need to rely on luck.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, I guess luck is its own skill.
So he's clicking on the channel, so he wants you to go to the channel now. Okay. See, had you gone to sea, you could have smoked up and started killing the Fletcher with the help of the Officer Gotland and stuff like that. That's why I was thinking go to sea. I disagree with Wookiee on. He's going to A. That's good for him. He's going to die doing it. Why is he going to drag you down? There's no point. You know, the Moss is gone now, so that's good.
This is fine though. He from his position, he can farm up Lion no problem.
Yeah, once the Moss is gone. But I'm saying, like, before then, I wouldn't want to go to A.
Yeah.
Either decision I think would have been fine here.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Because once that Lion slowed down, I was like, oh, let me just launch torps. Get a kill.
Yeah, you're going to get detected in the process, though, possibly. Yep, there you are.
Yeah.
So that whole surprise is gone.
Not necessarily. Lion may not just pass... he might be like a Skyrim NPC here.
Mm.
I think
Which he was.
So what you do right now, dude, is you smoke and farm the Malboro on the other side. Don't come back out.
You know,
yeah, he's reversing.
You know he's dead.
Right.
Focus on the Malboro. He's your next target.
That's what I mean. Smoke and get the easy damage. I called it. I said Wookiee was gonna die. Sure enough. Nice dev strike.
Enemy battleship sunk.
Well done, Commander.
Yep. Now what's your next play?
Head to A, basically.
Okay.
Why?
To try and cap it.
You have the mass there.
Engine boost deactivated.
Well, if the mass has decided to do other things, it seems like.
But SAT brings up a good point. The fight is going to be on the other side of the map. And you rotating to A is really not helping your team much. The only thing that you're doing is providing insurance that the Moss somehow gets himself killed for no reason whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. And also, your look at the situation. You're pretty well up on ships.
Mm-hmm.
The fight is happening at sea, where GQ Johnny and Fletcher are still a threat. You're at full health. You can walk in and bully them.
Mm-hmm.
And once you kill them, you can just take C and you win the game. It doesn't matter if Mass dies or not. Like, he can literally AFK. As long as you killed a GQ Johnny and Fletcher, then you win. And then you can even pick on Colorado or Marlboro for fun, too.
Yeah.
Well, for whatever reason, the Moss decided to leave the cap anyway, so I guess your insurance policy makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't get it. That's the whole point of the replay analysis, right, Jimbo? It's just suggesting alternatives and trying to highlight why they may or may not work.
The thing is, look at the caps right now. It's irrelevant to how the game's going to progress.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care if you take A or not. what you want to do is finish off the last enemy threats. That would have been the GQ Johnny that's currently bullying your New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, I find it interesting, you still haven't fired your guns.
No, because the reason why I don't is because, like, I try to spot for everyone because I've played games where destroyers just go charging guns blazing and they give us no spotting because they're dead.
But, you know, if that's the gameplay you want, then Johnston isn't the destroyer for you. Fleischer is a better choice because it has faster reload on the torpedoes.
Yeah.
Engine boost activated.
It doesn't help that, well, you can definitely argue there hasn't been many good situations to use guns, but that's also partially because you've not tried to put yourself in such situations.
Sure.
That GQ Johnny and B, you could have gunned him down 2 to 3 minutes ago.
Well, right. He could have smoked and shot at things for free a couple times as well. The Brindisi, the Marlboro are good opportunities for him.
I'm just worried about, like, you know, if I don't spot, then who's going to be able to kill him?
Well, I get the feeling you're extremely nervous based on how many inputs into rudder you're putting in right now.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you so worried about? If you kill the enemy destroyers, now they have no spotting, and then you
That's
can
right.
do whatever you feel like.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to be zoomed in. Forget about the torps. Forget about the torps. He's going to be dead long before the torps matter. So that was wasted opportunity there, which is giving him more time to react to you, which is what's getting him the smoke. Now here's the problem. He can torp you. You can't really torp him.
But
Hey, Zoidberg.
here's the thing. He recently used those torps on the New Orleans.
Okay.
So.
Yep. Even if you don't know his torp load, going to the side like that when you're undetected is the best way to avoid getting torped.
Mm-hmm.
Just YOLO, and if you know he doesn't have torps, you just YOLO him. What's he gonna do?
That's right. See, if you had just done that at the start of your engagement with him, you'd be a lot healthier for one, and you would have gotten the kill earlier. So, this is where radio location comes in very handy.
Also, because you went to A, you actually started in a very disadvantageous position. You started in the straight, which is the worst place to start.
Because they know where you are.
Well, they know where you are, but more importantly, you are stuck bow in until you clear that straight. He can go broadside and get all his guns on if he wants, so he has a massive firepower advantage.
Right. Now, as far as getting... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, if you went after him, you could have engaged him right in between B and C. That gives you the advantage because now he's stuck bow in while you can get all your guns in into the fight.
Right. Now, I get the feeling that you want to go to C next after this. I mean, there's only Colorado Marlboro, and they're really far away from you. So you shouldn't stop where you were. Get to the edge of the B cap so you can get to C faster.
Yeah.
Now, I want to highlight, as far as being concerned about Wookiee yelling at you for not spotting,
Well, it's not
deal
him,
with
it's
it.
just that, it's the other team, because I've, like, seen a lot of destroyers who charge in guns blazing get killed because, you know, they don't do the research on if there's radar or not.
There's a difference between something like that or recognizing a situation. Look at your team lineup. There's 0 radars. The only thing that can detect you through your smoke is Moss's hydro in this lineup. That's it. You hold the ultimate advantage here in that you outspot or match spot every other destroyer in this game.
Yeah. Essentially, what you did was the equivalent of holding a straight flush and then folding because you were afraid someone had a 4 of a kind. Like you held the advantage for pretty much the entire match, but you didn't really use it. In fact, there was a couple situations where you almost threw it away because you kind of walked into B, and if the enemy called your bluff, you would have died right there.
And your concern about the radar and stuff, you actually kind of did the exact thing you were saying you were worried about, which is over pushing, getting detected and killed. If it wasn't for the enemy team deploying in a really horrific deployment, things could have been very different for you. The other thing is, you should be looking for opportunities to create 2v1s, 2 of you versus 1 of them. Okay? So that's why I had said after the B was done, go to C. Why? Because there's allies nearby that you can work with to create those 2v1 encounters. Might be lucky, but still decent. Very true.
Yeah,
Very
the
true.
results are pretty good, but you don't want to rely on luck all the time. If you, the whole reason we're trying to explain the situation is because a lot of the times he was pretty lucky that he didn't get punished. And and destroyers are a class where if you make one mistake and people call out, catch you on that, you just die.
This is a
yes. Oh, go on.
And this is an example of a game, and I'm not trying to take anything away from you, Kitsune, when I say this, okay? But you look at the results. Your first place, your MVP. As Wolfie said, you had one of the, whatever, efficiency ranks, right? So you have those things saying, you did good, right? But then we're trying to highlight how much of this came down to very lucky opportunities. And the concern is, you see this, and it positively